Welcome to the faithful and all faithful
There
family.
you go. There you go.
This is Past, Present, Future, sponsored by Red and Gold 24/7. Please smash the like and subscribe button and turn on all post notifications so you know when we're coming on live. Also, if you like what we're doing, please hit that hype button and get us out there. It opens us up to more people on the net. So thank you very much. Here we talk about news, topics, and other stories covering our favorite team, the San Francisco 49ers. We also discuss other sports topics. So let's open the floor right after this.
Yeah, faithful to the gold rush. Let the whole league know that we about to run this. From the bay to the big stage, yeah, we came to claim it. Red and gold, 24/7, we living it. Red and gold, every single down, we never quit. Red and gold, that's the faithful's unbreakable bond. We going all the way to the Super Bowl.
I'm over here dancing to that song. I couldn't help it. I was back here.
I saw you.
Love that song. I do. I love that song.
Nah, it's really good, man. It's
okay,
really good.
We're live. How do you guys think about his intro, huh? Give a like for it, okay? All right. I can tell he was a little hesitant. I could tell. That's
a little nervous.
I know. That's how I was when I first started, believe me. But
how we doing tonight, faithful? How's Ryan? How you doing tonight, Ryan?
Welcome all back. Hey, man. I'm good. Got the family going. I got their stuff done. And now we're about to send out the links to everyone to start showing our appreciation to everybody. And here we go. We're starting now. There you go. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about the news, what's been going on for the last week or so since last episode. The analysis, of course. I know Josh and, of course, Richie B will just get into it. I tell you guys, they know their stuff. So as soon as I know if people come in here, they'll be going live here. We'll be all good to go. So before we get it going, before you get anybody on here, I'd like to wish one person happy birthday, and of course, Jake. Jake's lady, her birthday's today, so he will not be with us tonight. He is celebrating with his girlfriend's birthday. So happy birthday to his lady. Don't know her name. I asked him before what her name was, but he never responded. So if he doesn't want her name being out there, it's all good. I understand it completely. So happy birthday to his lady. All good. All right. So take care of that man. All right. He'll take care of you. All right. Love you guys. Here we go. First man, Matt Dennis 9 on X, and of course you got Matt Dennis 22 on Instagram and Niner Matt 16 on TikTok. Bang. Boom! Come on here, Matt. You're in there, Matt.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, Matt?
Good.
Yeah, good.
Okay, ready to go? All right.
Good.
Good evening, 49ers faithful family. Welcome to the show. We are live on all platforms, including TikTok, Instagram, and X, and Spotify. This is a show that we will have analysis about everything, including 49ers and general NFL and sports analysis and news and more. We would love you to join us. We want you to smash that like button. We want you to subscribe because we need you guys to come in the clutch. And we will talk about everything. We talk baseball, football, basketball, hockey, sometimes even UFC. So if you would, please do that for us. Red and Gold 24/7.
Right on.
Niner Matt.
Right on, brother, man. Good job, brother. Good job. Now, from UK, we have Liam Jolly, where you can find him, Jolly Good Takes, all right? That's where you can find him at, on his own show. Just so you guys know, he has his own show. So look him on YouTube. I'm sure it's for all the major platforms. So Jolly Good Takes, okay? Come on, Liam.
How you guys doing?
Head on, brother.
Liam, how you doing, man?
Nice to see you again,
Yeah,
man.
not
Nice to see you
bad.
again.
I can only be on quickly, but I still thought I'd come on and say what's up.
I know.
And,
I ran a little late. I'm sorry. I ran a little late. My apologies.
No,
Thanks for taking the time, man. Thanks for taking the time. I know it's late where you are.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kick this off started as well, because I've got one major question. I think the big news coming out from the week was the 49ers are reportedly looking to try and get Max Crosby. So that's where I want to start. If we don't want to start,
it's been around.
That's good.
But been around for a while.
I want to know what's your guys' opinions on
you guys
Max Crosby. And if the Niners,
Matt, you want to go first? You want me to go?
Before you guys go, hold on. South Jersey with me. Find more Panama Queen, and here she comes. Find her more on Facebook. Come on, Panama, you're in there. You're good.
How you doing, Panama?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'll try to see you guys the best I could.
Hey, Panama, what's up?
Okay. Real quick,
Okay.
Panama, nice to
So
see you.
this is
Hold on. Panama, anything all good with you? You're all good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good, man. Good, man. You guys finished. Go ahead. Sorry.
okay. This is my only question. Now, I have no problem with the draft picks. My only problem is giving up Michael before we even really know what he is. Michael is a physical specimen. I mean, he's an absolute unit. He could end up being a Charles Haley, Chris Jones. Okay, he's that kind of freak athlete. So even at like 290 or 300, even 320 pounds, I could see him still having that speed to get to the quarterback. So that's the only thing I question about this possible trade. I like Max Crosby. I know Raiders fans say he's better than Bosa. He's not. They're pretty close, but Bosa's still better. You know, Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think Max Crosby ever did. And you know, Bosa also you know, he went to the Super Bowl, so you know, Max Crosby never did. So
Good
timing. Real good timing. That was good timing. From all the way from California, please. He's a Dodger fan, of course. Come on here, Josh.
What's up, brother?
Josh.
How you doing, man?
Josh.
Hey,
Nice.
Josh.
USA.
Perfect time.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in here next. Matt, I agree with most of what you're saying, but especially with Michael. It hurts me to think about giving up Michael Williams when we don't know what he is yet. I think he has the opportunity to be a pretty fantastic player, but I think the only reason they're thinking this would be because we do have a lot of defensive linemen right now. I just don't want to do it. I think Crosby is probably better than Bosa against the run, but they're probably pretty close to each other as far as passing pass rush skills. At this point in the career, I mean Bosa, we don't know where he's going to be coming off that knee, so there is something with that. The draft picks, I don't want to give up those draft picks. We need them. I mean, you think about right now, this team is kind of at a spot where we've got this group of older players on offense, then we've got this young defense. And I feel like we're on that like precipice of which way are we going with the team? Do we stay old or do we go? Because I think after this team, a lot of these guys are going to flush and we're going to start young again. So do you want to have a couple of 31-year-old guys on the team if we're going to cycle again? You know, if we're going to cycle and maybe have a down year or something like that while we readjust with, you know, a bunch of 35-year-olds being gone off the team. So I agree with most of what you're saying, but I think I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't make the trade. I'd be too nervous. So that's where I'm at.
Next.
Go ahead, Josh. You can
I'm
go.
very torn by this. It was about I want to say after 2 a.m. in Osaka when I got the word of the Myles Garrett trade, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't handle it well. And my initial thought was to try to pursue a Crosby trade. Like, on one hand, I am tired of the idea that another team in the division could win the Super Bowl, and it's not going to be us, especially after we just watched the Seahawks win in our stadium. So that's the one hand. On the other hand, I get where Rich is coming from. After this season, if you don't win the Super Bowl this year, the window's likely closed. And you don't want to give up draft picks, and you don't want to give up good young pieces like Michael to a player who is A, getting up there in age, B, has had injury problems, and we don't know, just how healthy he's going to be. So I'm very torn by it. I don't know. I feel like you almost kind of have to take a shot and give this roster, a chance, to try to win a Super Bowl, because right now, I do think the Niners are good enough to make a run this season and in the playoffs. The problem is you go against the Rams as currently constructed, you're not beating them. I'm sorry, you're just not beating them. I mean, I already had the Rams ahead of the Niners after the McDuffie trade, even way before the Garrett trade. Now, I don't know. So I'm extremely torn. It's like I want them to do it, but at the same time, I wouldn't be upset if they stood pat. So it's kind of a catch-22 right now.
Dude, I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you.
Next.
Panama.
You're Panama.
Trust me, I wanted Max Crosby for like 5 or 6 months when they said he was going to be probably looking at this team, that team, or whatever. And then when he went over to Baltimore, I said, well, we lost him. But then, of course, we all know what happened with that situation. So things went by. And then they had to restructure Bosa's contract. I said, well, that's in order for us to pay Trent. I said, we're not going to be able to get Max Crosby. I said, no way. So I just left it alone. I said, well, we're just going to have to work with what we have and work with who we draft. And, that's the only thing I thought. I said, well, that Max Crosby situation is out the door, because another thing, I looked at the dead cap that we have, and we have like 10 people that's not even on a team that we're still paying. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. Then I looked at our cap for next year, and it's in the negative. I said, I don't know how we're going to be able to pay this one, that one. I don't think, money-wise, I don't think we can afford it. Trust me, I would love to have Max Crosby, but money-wise, I don't think we can afford it.
Now, Panama, we've got 73 million, I think, in cap space right now. And you can carry a bunch of it over to next year if they don't spend it now. So they can carry it over and cover most of that, and then just restructure a bunch of contracts, and then the money opens right up. Plus the cap goes up every year. So there's always finagling. That's why the Niners kick the can down the road. That's why they do it, is because they play on the fact that the cap is going to go up. They play on the fact that they'll restructure somebody and carry it over. Like all they do is like Brendell's contract is a prime example. They just took his contract, converted it all to bonus so that it doesn't count against what they do is they actually can split the cap number over 2 years, make the number go low so that they can keep extending and opening up numbers. So it's a numbers game as far as that part go. They make it work. Parag and the crew are really good at that. That's one of their specialties.
And that's the reason why I'm a big fan of David Barty. I talk from him. He knows the stuff. I follow him, guys. I do. Love
David's really good at that stuff. That's definitely his best thing.
And now, Young Buck, Young Buck, good.
So in my opinion, I think Josh, his last point is the same for me. He said, even if we trade for Max Crosby, we're not going to be better than the Rams. So to me, this is the kind of trade you do if you think you can, if this trade puts you over the top and you can win the Super Bowl. I don't think we're better than Rams. I don't even know if we're better than the Seahawks, because our offensive line still worries me. And I can only see their young D-line getting better another year in that Mike McDonald system as well. So to me, if this was 2023, I'm all in. That's time to go for it. Right now, with this year probably being the final year, that gives you one shot with this core if you add in Max Crosby to get it done. And I just don't think it fits the timeline. And then, as we've talked about as well, Michael Williams, we've seen half a season of him, and he's at least good against the run. I think he could still develop into a plus pass rusher. So I would not want to give him up, and I don't want to give draft picks up either, because I want to build around, Upton Stout, Alfred Collins, Ricky Pierce. Well, Ricky Pierce is not in the same tier, but the young kind of players coming up after this year. So that's my opinion for it. Love Max Crosby. And then the last thing I'll add, would the Raiders even trade with the 49ers?
I was about to say that. It's like, yeah, they're not going to trade him to us. Not a chance in hell.
It depends if Mark Davis is actually running the show or if he's just chilling out now. Because if Davis is running the show, never going to happen.
Yeah.
Never going to happen. Not trading with the Niners. That's just not happening.
Very good, young buck. Very good, man.
I'll tell you the one thing that might be cool though is if we were, let's say we were 6-2 at the bye, or around the trade deadline, and we're thinking that this might be a good season and everything's going well. Maybe you reach out midseason and you do that trade. If we think we're good, and that's the piece, like Liam was saying, the piece that's going to put you over the top. You're like, all right, here's the cherry on the top of the banana split. Let's go make this happen.
Yeah,
so
that's when it's likely going to happen. In season.
Yeah, that's my thought process too.
And you can assess where other teams are. Sorry, go ahead.
Let me.
You're good, man. You're good.
Okay, so
yeah, my man.
So we're 6-2, right?
Yep.
Now, Michael didn't start the season. Like, he misses a couple games at the beginning of the season, right?
Yep.
Because he wanted to make sure his knee is right.
Yep.
Okay, so he misses. So we win most of those games without him. But when he comes back, he has not only forced like 3 fumbles, but he had like 6 sacks in like 5 games. Now I'm like, okay, if he has that many sacks like right away, we have to keep him. We have to.
Oh, I don't want to get rid of him regardless. Ideally, he's the last.
I think he's the last without having to trade Michael.
And you know what's funny, Matt? You know what's funny is I think it's going to be the opposite of what you think with the sacks. I don't think it's going to be sacks with him. What I think it's going to be him is the run defense is going to be like number 12 in the league or something like that, number 15. He's going to come in, and that run defense is going to be like number 3. Nobody's going to be able to run on us with Osa and Michael in there.
Okay, he was facing the most double teams.
Yep.
Since Donald, right?
Yep.
I can see him getting like 6 or 7 or more TFLs in 5 games.
100%. That I agree with 100%.
And I can also see him forcing 2 or 3 fumbles and at least getting 4 or 5 sacks. I can see that.
Think about that front 4, dude. Think about that front 4.
Like I said, he's a combination. He's a combination of Charles Haley and Bryant Young. He's still only like 265 pounds.
Yeah.
Unless of course he put on the weight in the offseason. If he's playing right now, if he got up to 280 or 290, man, I don't think it'll be the year for that because he's
a young kid like that.
Yeah, but he's rehabbing the knee. I think they're focusing on the rehab, not putting weight on him right now. So I think that's what'll happen is he'll come back and he'll be really good. But that front 4, when you sit there and put Osa, Michael, Osa, whoever's going to play the right side, if it's going to be Collins, if it's going to be CJ West or whoever, and then Bosa at the other end, that front 4 is nasty. And then to have Greenlaw and Fred behind him, I mean, I really like that. I think the run defense is going to be disgustingly good. Just, I don't think anybody's going to be with Michael there. I don't think anybody's going to be able to run on us.
Yeah,
at all.
And you hope if we're 6-2 at the bye, if we're healthy as well, then if 8 weeks in, if we're still healthy, then that could be another reason. Maybe the Rams are beat up. Maybe the Seahawks are beat up. If you're actually healthy, because that's another worry, right?
Yep.
Ravens cancelled the trade because they didn't like what they saw in his physical. So you don't want to keep adding injury-prone players. So if we're 8 weeks in, we're looking good. Maybe 1 or 2 injuries, but not season ending. Because if it's like this year or the year that's just been, and Warner's out for the year and Bosa's out for the year, then there's no point. So just assess where we are at that 8-week bye, or not. Well, week 9 bye. It would be.
I'd rather just sign Clowney. I'd rather just sign Clowney.
That's exactly what I want. Yeah, I want Clowney. I don't want Joey Bosa.
I agree.
Yeah. You just get Clowney because that way you don't have, it doesn't cost you any draft picks and it doesn't cost you another person, and you'll be on a 1-year deal. So if it doesn't work out, bye. There's no long-term ramifications.
Wants to keep playing football anymore.
Yeah, you know what? He basically he's going to play football if somebody pays him what he wants. If he's going to get less than what he wants, he's like, sayonara, I'm out.
I hope we don't pay him that. I don't want. I know he had a good season in Buffalo last season. I don't think he's going to do. I don't think he'll do that again.
Clowney's better.
No, Clowney's
better, and I think you can get him cheaper. Clowney's better.
Absolutely, you have to absolutely get him cheaper.
Clowney had 8 sacks last year, and I don't think he played till week 5. And I don't think he played till week 5. I don't think he played till week 4 or 5. So think about that. If you want the sack master, Clowney is the sack master.
Here's another thing. I think the Rams and Seahawks are just a little bit too cocky. They're like, oh, we're the big brothers now. Oh, okay, you have 2 Super Bowls. Hey, just because we haven't won one in 30 years doesn't mean we're not still the big brother. We're still the big brother. And we're coming for you this year, and we're going to knock you off your top, and we're going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Matt, I think you're right with that. But a lot of it too is their fan bases, I think, are a lot younger. So they don't think a younger fan base, they don't think about history. They don't look past their life. They really don't look at the history. So, when you've got a younger fan base, it's you're looking at the last 15 years, you're not looking at the last 40. It's a different mindset. It's a different mindset.
They call us dinosaurs for referring to the 5 Super Bowls in the 80s and 90s. So
yeah,
most of them weren't even. Most of them weren't even born.
I equated to like the younger Dodger fans. They're really cocky. Like they're so like
we have some.
They're like, oh, we don't even think about y'all. It's like you do after we beat you.
You gotta do it first.
You do after we beat you.
Yeah, you gotta do it first.
So don't disrespect us like that. Yeah, we don't have as many World Series as you, but we got 8. I know that's not 9, but we got 8. But as far as the Rams Seahawks go, we still got 5, bro. We got 5. Y'all only got 2.
All good. Been lately though. That's it. It's just what's that Janet Jackson song? What have you done for me lately?
Yeah. Thanks. Like, at the end of the day, it's like I get flags fly forever, but it's like at some point, you got to start adding a few here and there. Otherwise, they're going to start collecting dust.
Yeah, and the York Niners aren't exactly the DeBartolo Niners either. So.
Yep.
All right, guys, I've got to head out now, but look, I appreciate. Sorry, I could only go.
Liam, thanks for stepping in. Hey, Liam, before you run,
hey, go Giants, baby. Go Giants.
By the way,
I was just gonna say, Liam, before you step out, we were talking about Aldon Smith last week. He obviously passed away this week. Yes. Did you have any words or anything you wanted to?
Thank you.
Talk about with Aldon Smith?
I feel stupid.
Yeah, condolences to his family as well and his friends and all the people that knew him. As we said, he was one of the best 49ers linebackers / defensive ends in our history, and it's sad to see a great player go. And just rest in peace, and hopefully he can look down on our season and bring us a bit of good luck. So rest in peace, Aldon Smith.
Okay, brother.
Cool.
Got you.
Appreciate it, man.
Anyway,
Thank you.
yes.
All right.
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Liam.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sorry, I threw that curveball in there, Ryan. I didn't know if you had that somewhere else in your queue. If you had that somewhere else in your queue, but I wanted to. Basically, if you look at my notes, look at my note right there. That's all it says. Aldon Smith.
I'm trying to set everything up here. I didn't have it set up yet for that. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's all good, man. I with Liam stepping out, I figured I wanted to get his feelings on that stuff. I mean, obviously a younger
gonna set
fan,
up right now. I'm setting it up right now. Hold on 1 second. I'm setting it up right now, guys. Sorry. I'm just trying to get it going here. Where are you? Come on. Okay. Well, we'll move on to the next one. That other one I got up, I'll do that next.
Okay.
I know we're all sad for Alden Smith, for the passing of Alden Smith. Here you go. I just want to put it up there. Alden Smith from 1989 to 2026. Okay. Come on. We are devastated by the sudden and tragic passing of Alden Smith. Alden's undeniable talent and sheer dominance on the field were on display from the moment he joined our organization. Having recorded one of the best rookie seasons the National Football League has seen, beyond the excellence as a player, Alden will be remembered for his inflections, smile that lit up every room he walked into. Our entire organization sends his deepest condolences to the Smith family and who knew and loved Alden Smith. All right. Anything you guys want to reflect at that? Go right ahead. You're more than welcome.
It's really sad, and like I saw a couple of days ago that Anthony Dixon was performing CPR on him, trying to bring him back to life. Man,
yeah, Booby was there.
We still don't have a lot of details as to what exactly caused his death, but man, this is sad, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, that we were just talking about him last week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Last Friday we're talking about him. Saturday he's passed away.
I know. I remember thinking that too. I was like, weren't we just talking about this guy? It's like, man,
such a tragic story.
That hit me pretty hard, man.
Yeah, I
watched him in his rookie year, 2011. Man, he was
amazing. He was amazing. He was a superstar.
And then that crazy Saints game, he gets a couple sacks on Drew Brees.
Welcome, Ian.
And Brees was having an incredible season that year. So for him, if you got a sack on Drew Brees in the 2011 season, man, you really did your job. So, it sucks. His exit with the Niners, sucked. He still had good seasons with Dallas and whatnot. But
didn't he play a year with the Raiders too?
I think
he
played with the Raiders.
He played a year with the Raiders. So
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like you're saying, I mean, it's just such a tragedy, man. This guy could have been the best pass rusher in the history of the NFL. I had not seen a player like him. Look, I'm old. He's the best player. He's the best player I've seen since Lawrence Taylor. Look, to me, Lawrence Taylor's the best defensive football player to ever play in the NFL. He was just maniacal and so good. And Alden Smith was right there with him. It's just and the story's tragic. The story is tragic. I don't know if you got a chance to I don't know if you saw Dante Whitner on the Grit Code podcast today talking about
that was disgusting. That's disgusting. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Preach it.
No. I shouldn't watch it if it's that bad.
Dante was really emotional. He was really emotional because I think he felt, obviously he played with him, referred to him as a friend. And to just see, him and Rod Brooks talking about him, not just as a player, but as a man. And it was, I don't know, it was really gut wrenching. And, my heart goes out to him and his family for a guy like him. He was just fantastic on the field, and he had just such a rough time off the field.
Matt, you go next. Panama. What did you want to say about that? I know you're about to say about the.
Well, I know you watched the podcast, and when Dante said that while he's on vacation, he received a phone call, of course, to say that Alden had passed away or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, C.J. Spillman is the one that called him, and he said, "Man, call me on FaceTime." So he called him. Dante called him. So C.J. Spillman decides to show Dante pictures of Alden dead inside the car and laying in front of the vehicle. Yeah, laying in front of the vehicle on the ground. People's trying to revive him. So pictures was sent out of him in that situation. So I'm like, so Dante was like, well, somebody that I haven't really talked to going to all of a sudden call me and show me these photos and different things like that. So my thing is, so Dante was like, well, who was there to take those pictures? Because Anthony Dixon was in the photos of him trying to help, Alden on the ground, trying to, resuscitate him and all that. Somebody that was in Alden's crew, whoever was there, took the photos of him, deceased basically, putting these photos out. And how that CJ Spillman dude got him, I don't know.
Well, I think he
so
was
now
there.
Dante's pissed.
Yep.
My guy's probably TMZ.
So Alden's family now is doing an investigation into it now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I hope
Preach,
that I hope that stuff doesn't get released like Panama, to the public where everybody's seeing that stuff. Because it's just sad. It's sad and tragic and he was also talking about how people were trying to use Alden Smith's death as a freaking way to promote their podcast. It was like, are you kidding me right now?
Yep.
That disgusts me to see people take someone else's tragedy and try to make it, monetize it for themselves. That's just disgusting.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Matt, man, go ahead, bud.
Disgusting.
Okay, man.
It was sad. I agree 100% that, there was no reason for those pictures of him to be released. That is what I call a lack of respect. That was your friend. That's like your brother. Like, you guys played together. Like, you guys had meals together. You guys trained together. You guys rehabbed together. It's like, where in your brain does it go, I need to take a picture of this and put it in, I need to put it in. It's like, no, bro. That's blatant and utter disgusting disrespect.
That just doesn't even
I'm speechless about it. Like that.
Well, that stupid barber in Texas.
That sickens me.
That stupid barber in Texas putting out the videos of him cutting Alden's hair. It's like, dude, leave the guy alone. He's going through a rough time and you're throwing it on the freaking internet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, dude. Why are you going to be like that?
I get people want to be like, hey, man, look whose hair I cut. Blah, 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 blah. But, bro, don't.
Or at least okay it with the family. Okay with the family.
About stuff he's going through. He doesn't want people to know that. I was upset when we released him because I don't think we did the best we could for him. Like, we didn't really help him enough. I think we should have let him sit out a season and get himself together. Work through his addiction. But they were like, oh no, we're just gonna cut you. Like, come on, dude.
That was a time in the organization when Jed had just kind of been running things a little bit.
Yeah.
And he wanted you, if you had to be a good 49er, but you had to be a choir boy too. If you messed up, you were gone. That was the way the Yorks kind of treated this team back in that time. And also Dante kind of went to the point too, and I mean, I'm sorry that I'm keep referencing back in the podcast, but he also referenced back that the NFL teams, they don't do enough to help these guys manage stuff like this, to manage their life, because most of these guys, they've just been coddled their whole life, and now all of a sudden they go, here's $30 million, good luck. They don't know how to handle it.
That's so true. The NFL honestly fails a lot of these players, man.
Yeah,
when they get into alcohol and drug abuse, and they're often just left on their own, and they don't get the help they need because the league and its owners, don't help their own players.
Yeah,
and they're more than capable of helping them. They just don't want to.
Well, and the one thing that we can say is I guess they did find out that Alden was back in the San Francisco area, because he was out in Texas selling roofing door to door as like a door to door salesman. I guess what Dante was saying, that Jed York had given Alden some money to try to get himself together, which I thought was admirable because you don't see a lot of ownership groups, or at least hear about it, trying to take care of their former players that have come on some hard times. So kudos to you, Jed York.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was one of those clickbaits. I thought it was. But then I realized it. I went on Google and Googled it, and it was true. He just passed away. And I was like, what?
I was seeing, it was like a few hours before I was seeing some, because I was out at the Coliseum for the FIFA Fest watching the World Cup games. And I saw Bonta Hill, I think an hour or two before the news drop. He said, "You guys are not going to be able to handle what's coming today." And I said, "Uh-oh." And I knew it was some bad news. Either a Niners or Giants legend had died. I won't lie, I was a little worried at first. It was like someone like Jerry or Steve. Like, I thought something horrible had happened, and then the news drop. It was Alden Smith was just as bad. So yeah, but like I remember seeing a few tweets from the Bay Area of people saying something bad had happened.
It's just awful, just tragic,
terrible, man.
Huh.
Sorry, guys.
All good.
And like I said, I mean, I wasn't a big Alden fan at all. I wasn't. I really didn't know the guy that much. But I'm a huge Cowboy fan. Cowboy Smith fan. He's probably my top favorite. No, Panama. I mean the Cowboys. I knew about to
You're about to make me cringe.
Well, I had to like the Cowboys. I have to. My real brother, he's a Cowboys fan. So maybe half my family is all Cowboys fans, Eagles fans, Niner fans, Raiders fans. I'm a Patriots fan, of course. My wife and my cousin. So, but I really know that guy that very well. But he was a good player though when he was playing. He was good. Got the sack record and everything. I'm really hoping, I don't know if Bosa don't grab it, but I hope somebody does grab it for us and keeps it for a long time. So, but anybody else want to bounce off anything else about the death of Alden Smith or no? Or you want to keep it at that? Good? Okay. Now, to bring some happiness, at least happiness to this show, of course, I would bring up this. June birthdays. McCaffrey. Birthdays today, this month. Jordan Mims, Nate Hubbs, IG, I call it IG, Isaac Guerrero, CJ West, Nick Zakel, Malik Mustafa, and of course, Michael Williams. So their birthdays are this month. I'm sure their dates are there, but they're too small for me to read them. They're very small. So, but their birthdays are here. So happy birthday to all of them. And basically, they're all on our team. So thank God they're on our team, not old ones. So, but yeah, I'm glad. Happy birthday to all of them. Anybody else want to bounce off this or no? Or are you all good?
Just don't hand Guerrero a slice of cake. He might fumble it.
Hey, but I give him
he's not even going to make the team, or he's just going to get put on IR.
I know.
He's just going to get put on IR.
Guy, but he shouldn't be here, man. There's really no point of having him here.
Cut him or throw him on IR because that's where he's going to be.
Yeah.
By the way, my wife sent a message to me about Josh. Josh, very surprising I'm wearing an LA hat.
Hey man, I gotta show. I gotta prove sometimes that I am a Niner fan and whatnot.
I know. I said I might as well just bring him to now. That way it's out. That way it's out.
Hey, if there's one thing that both red and blue have in common, they are colors of our flag. And in today's case, they were colors of our U.S. soccer team, who looked pretty good today up in Seattle.
Yeah, they did 2-0. They won 2-0.
Without their best player.
First time back-to-back wins since 1930 or something like that? I think it was a crazy stat.
Oh, wow.
Best player too.
USA.
I was a little nervous that they weren't going to look as good without Pulisic. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
That's
They
a
look
crazy
good.
stat.
They look real good.
They keep
I don't
it up.
follow soccer, but I thought that stat was pretty
I
crazy.
follow it. I
They've
do. I
looked
like
pretty,
it.
they've looked pretty good.
UK football.
Hey, Brandon Ayuk was playing soccer in his front yard this week.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw it too. I saw that too. They want you to come to the American side and play the American sport. Okay, I know everybody loves soccer, but still, I'm like, really. I stopped watching after one video of it. Okay, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk about BA. Even I mean, it's a headache.
I just thought it was funny.
I know. I'm sure everybody's.
I can't wait for this headache to go away, man.
Oh,
Me too.
God.
I wish this was the old school NFL, and we would trade him to like the Dolphins
I
or
was about to say
something.
Dolphins. Yeah, send him to the Dolphins. Although, see, the problem is like even in Miami, he can still have a good time even if the team sucks because Miami's a good place, for players to go. I want to send him to like Cleveland or somewhere like Siberia where like you are miserable on and off the field.
Oh yeah, you want him to be what the heck was that those teams in the World League, the Scottish Claymores or something like that?
Exactly. Banish his ass.
How about we trade him to Tennessee?
No, he might do well there.
He might do well there.
He actually be decent this year. I don't want to see him. I don't want him experiencing any happiness. And I do the Nashville. They have a good time there. I don't want him to have a good time. I want him.
Yeah, and we can't trade him. And we can't trade him to the Winnipeg Jets.
Off the field.
We can't trade him to the CFL. Send him to the Winnipeg Jets for draft consideration.
Yeah,
for money.
I don't want him to. I don't ever want to see us after we release him. I don't ever want to see a smile on his face ever again. I want him to be miserable for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I'm not that bad, but yeah. At least the rest of his football career. The rest of his life's fine.
yeah. I mean, it's a headache. I'm sorry. It's a headache. It really is.
It's just
Talking about BA. I mean, not talking about Max Crosby, even though if we give him or not, even if we get him or not. But talking about BA is just,
yeah.
Oh my God.
it's just no. It causes anger like within almost every 49er fan.
Yeah, it's definitely
We
a
gave
polarizing
that guy
issue.
everything, and he does this. It's
And he's
just-
still a bitch.
It's really upsetting.
Okay. That's why I wanted to bring up last week, but I couldn't find it until he actually posted it again. We have right now the third youngest defense in the league. So,
Oh.
yep. And the oldest offense.
Oh
Send that
yeah.
to Colin Cowherd because he's still calling our team old.
Well, on
basically,
Kyle's side of the
the
ball, it
oldest
is.
Well, yeah, offensively, yeah, sure, but on defense, I think we're building something special on defense,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you're gonna.
I totally agree.
I think
I think the line
really
depth.
think you're gonna start seeing, health aside, of course, knock on wood. I
Well,
really
shoot,
think you're gonna.
except for Bosa and Fred Warner, our defense is pretty dang young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think
They're
you're
all
gonna, I
like,
think you're gonna see
you know,
guys like Michael,
26.
C.J. West, Alfred Collins. I think you're gonna see.
Bosa,
I think Stout's gonna make more strides. It's like, yeah, we've got some young guns. On
our
defense.
three corners, they're all looking to improve. Like Diamador Lenore was good, but he fell back a little bit last year. So I'm hoping this year he
Same.
rebounds and has a much better season.
I think what
And-
happened with Demo last year is nobody threw at him a lot. And then he kind of got caught by surprise when a couple of teams did. I think that's
Right.
really what happened with him. I don't think it was he didn't really have a down year per se. I just think he got caught sleeping a couple times. Because nobody
But
was throwing at him. I think he
I
was.
don't
at
I
the
don't think they can
lower
do
end
that
of the
now
league.
because they can't do that now because Upton Stout, if you try Upton Stout might either knock the ball away, pick it off, or he might get a sack on the quarterback. So you can't.
Yeah,
And
I'm
as
hoping
far as
they-
the
I'm-
safeties
I'm
go-
with you.
As far as our safeties go, I like the fact that I think Mustafa he's making a upper trajectory, and I think I think Jair Brown is gonna play better, and
he
Hopefully.
might. Tig might be okay. Tig might be okay.
If we let that rookie, if we let Ephesians Prysock play safety, maybe why don't we let him play both? Let him play corner and let him play safety. Let's see what position he's better at. Don't just make him play one. Let him play a little bit of both so we can figure out and not have the same situation as we did with Jimmy Ward.
Yeah,
Because
Dante brought that up.
As soon as Jimmy Ward became that box safety, like McDonald used to play, as soon as he became that, all pro. He was getting to the quarterback. He was making TFLs. He was getting picks, and he was forcing fumbles. Let's let the Ephesians have a little bit of run at both spots. If he struggles at corner, right away when he plays, let him run at safety. I think he's 6'4", 220 pounds or whatever, and he's got that blazing speed. There's no reason
he can tie his shoes while he's looking at you talking.
There's no reason he can't make impact at both spots.
No, Matt, like I said, it was funny you brought that up because Dante Whitner, I think it was last week, said the same thing. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. He was basically
he said don't even put him in the corner.
Yeah, just go straight.
Like I said that right after Dante said that because I thought the same thing too.
Because a guy like him would be great at free safety because he can flow to both sides. He can be your standard deep safety and flow. And because his length is so good and his arms are so darn long, he's a freaking pterodactyl basically. He'll be able to knock everything down.
He's a taller version of Merton Hanks.
Yeah, and he's just as gangly.
I can see that. I can see him like, oh, they're throwing to the tight end. Oh, here comes Prysock and picks it off, runs back for a touchdown.
Yeah, that dude, like I said, he could be looking you in the face and tying his shoes. That's like when they were showing, pictures of him standing there in his uniform, you could like see how long his arms are because it was like, holy crap, he looks like he's a cartoon. He's so long and lanky.
Like Ayuk.
Yeah. I mean, except he's got a bigger wingspan than Ayuk, and Ayuk's wingspan's crazy. I think they said Prysock's wingspan's like 7 feet. So think about that. I mean, that's crazy wingspan. So if he can move as well as they say, yeah, and if he moves that well, I would love to see him just be free safety. Be a free safety. Just go. Don't even put him in the corner room because our corners right now. That guy we got from Green Bay, I already forgot his name. I mean, I think he's gonna duke it out with Hobbs. He's gonna duke it out with Renardo. Oh God, why can't I think of his name? I'm losing it right now. But the way Mustafa was coming off the ACL last year. This offseason, he's had a chance to just train. So I think for him, he's going to come back a lot stronger and look better than he did last year. Coming off the ACL, you're training to come back from an ACL. You're not having a regular offseason. He got the regular offseason. I think it's really going to show. Tig, I don't know. It's weird because with him, he played really well under Wilkes. He was okay under Sorensen. He was, mediocre with Saleh. He kind of has been like roller coastering, but he was really good with Wilkes. So I feel like there's something there. It's just a matter of trying to see if we can get it out of him again.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I do too have that sometimes, Rich. Don't worry. Got brain farts when it comes to names. Faces I do very well. I do very good on faces. My wife knows that. But names, forget about it. But I know I don't want to come off the topic of the news for the 49ers, but ain't that much going on right now. I've been checking all the pages. But of course, what just ended actually 2 weeks ago now. Basketball and hockey are over. Both champions are champions. Knicks, congratulations to them, and the Carolina Hurricanes for the NHL.
Yes.
Anybody got anything to say about both those teams and win their championship?
All I gotta say is F the Golden Knights, and I'm sure Matt agrees with me.
Yes. Yes.
Heart to heart.
That was my first Sharks game. Was opening night a couple years ago. The year after they won.
Cool.
And I'm hoping to go to a couple Sharks games this year. I just went to my first Giants game a couple weeks ago at Oracle. And, they lost, but it was great. Like that, man, like I said, that pizza, Tony Gimignani's, really good. And I had some really good cheddar popcorn. Some good food, bro.
That stadium looks like a great place to watch a game.
It is.
Oh,
as a Dodger fan,
we were in the bleachers. They were like, we didn't get a dynamic deal, but we got tickets. He got tickets the night before, $50 a piece.
Oh, that's a good
cool.
deal.
I'm a Dodger fan.
We were at the top.
Oracle's the best stadium in baseball, without question.
I can't wait to go again. I probably won't go to another game this year. Just because, like I said, I'm trying to put money aside to go to maybe one 49er game and maybe 2 Sharks games. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Matt, I'm calling it. It's going to be Ducks Sharks in the playoffs next year. I'm calling it.
Well, we just got we traded our pick to Buffalo for Michael Kesserling. So he's another, I think he's still relatively young. I think he's 27.
Yeah, I think that's a good trade for you guys.
But we still have I think we still have the number 7 pick.
That's crazy.
So,
I mean, you got the guy already. Celebrini is,
dude.
He's
Celebrini.
He's the face of the league player.
Celebrini. I know he didn't win Rookie of the Year,
which is crazy.
He should have.
He should have.
He should have. I know Lane Hudson is really good, but Celebrini eclipsed. Celebrini better than him. He's better than Bedard. He's better than every guy from his draft class.
That was insane. I can't.
He's already one of the 4 best players in the NHL. And I watch the Sharks as much as I can. As when I have the money for my YouTube TV, because it's $92 a month.
Oh.
But I get it, so I can watch the Niner games and I can watch the Sharks. And I watch a little basketball, even though my Bulls are never on, because you have to pay $15 extra to watch the Bulls.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I think $90-something is enough. I love my Bulls, but I checked the game on ESPN, so. But I'm excited. We got the former center for the Spurs to be the head coach.
Yeah, I like that.
I think they look good.
That's a good hire for the Bulls. He did a great job with the Blazers.
And we have 4 or 5 really, really good young players. I mean, shoot, the guy we drafted this past year, Noah Sengwe, he's only 19.
What do you think we're going to do at number 4?
I hope it's Caleb, but
no, I want the Clippers to have Caleb.
I hope it's Caleb, but It might be Boozer, and it might be the young center from Michigan, A.D. Mara.
Oh, okay.
This is a loaded draft. So like, whoever, if you got to pick in the top 10, you're getting a stud.
And there's all because I think what's his name, AJ DeBonsa. I think he's going to be gone in the first 3 picks.
Yeah,
I think
Darren
Peterson's gone in the first 3 picks.
Utah wants him.
And like I said, the 3 or 4 guys I think it's going to be is Boozer or Caleb Wilson or A.D. Mara.
Okay.
And that dude's he's 7'1", but he only weighs like 230 pounds. So he can stroke it from 3. I saw a few clips of highlights of him, and it showed him hitting like a 28-footer. So
Wagler and Acuff are good too. Like I said, this is a loaded NBA draft. So if you got to pick in the top 10, you're getting someone really good.
And we might trade back into it. We might trade our 15 and something else to get back into the top 10. So we can pick at 4 and then pick at 10.
Okay.
I'm hoping whoever we trade with will take Patrick Williams.
Oh my God, yes. Please get rid of him.
Because we get rid of Patrick Williams, we get the 2 young dudes. We already got a superstar growing in Matas Buzelis. He's everything I thought Lauri Markkanen was going to be. I love Lauri. Lauri's been an all-star. Of course, he was an all-star with Utah. He wasn't an all-star here. I don't think we gave him enough room to grow. And he's still, he's still my favorite. Him and Zach LaVine are still my 2 favorite players in the league. And Buzelis is my favorite current Bull, but he's like my 3rd favorite player in the NBA, other than a couple of North Carolina guys. So I just hope that, the front office will give Tiago Splitter what he needs, because if he is anything like Popovich, he can get us back to winning a championship.
Exactly. I like what he did with Portland, though.
He did a great job with Portland. Too bad that Blazers owner is cheap as hell and didn't want to pay him.
Right.
He already showed me he's a better coach than the Spurs coach was, just standing in the sidelines, not making any adjustments. So yeah, I think the Bulls did well in this hire.
I just think of that core, like adding Caleb Wilson and or Boozer and Mara, adding those 2 of those guys, plus Buzelis, plus Asengwe, plus Trey Jones. And I don't know if they're going to keep him, but I think Julian Phillips can still be at least a decent bench forward. He's got some athleticism. He can shoot a little bit, but he just needs to get better on defense and rebounding. But I think Buzelis, he's like I give him 2 comps, Lauri and Tony Kukoc, because he can handle that rock and he can dip on you whenever he wants. He can dip on anybody in the NBA. It doesn't matter if it's somebody like Wemby. It doesn't matter if it's somebody like Butler on the Knicks or Cat. He can dunk on guys like that, and he's dunking on other guys too. So his athleticism is so ridiculous, and he's still only like 24.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, his ceiling is, he's not even close. I want to see him get close to like 24 and like 8 rebounds. That's what I want. I don't need him to get 10, but if he could get 8 or 9, I think I'll be happy with that.
Should
The
be
draft
good.
is what, next Thursday?
No, it's Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh,
two-day
Tuesday.
event.
Oh, good.
I think they did that because the U.S. plays next Thursday, and they didn't want that going against
okay.
the World Cup.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Trying to line the TV up correctly so
Yep.
that the ratings stay right.
Yeah, because you put that on next Thursday, nobody's going to watch that.
Correct. Or it'll be on the, you'll be watching the bottom line while the game's going.
Pretty much.
So what happens this year if the 49ers start off slow? Do they trade Warner or Bosa? I mean,
Ooh.
Like what constitutes as slow? Like a 1-5 start or like a 2-6?
Yeah. 1-5 or 2-4.
If they're 2-4 at that point, they're definitely in trouble with the schedule they have in the back end.
Mm-hmm.
I'd trade Bosa. I wouldn't trade Fred.
What can you get for Bosa though? Like after like 4,
He's a pass rusher. That's the only reason he'll have value. And do you really want to trade Fred for something? What are you going to get for him?
No.
My apologies. Sorry. My apologies. Sorry.
No, Bosa's the only target because he's a pass rusher.
I don't know.
Somebody have to get hurt.
Man. It's just like
I don't know. I hate to
Yeah,
say
but
it,
get rid
but
of the contract.
I think my favorite player could be traded too, Kittle. Like if he comes back and he's balling out,
you could.
I don't think they trade Kittle. I think Kittle is at that point in his career where I think he just wants to finish being a Niner. Because the only place he's going to go is the Titans because he lives in Nashville.
Right.
That's the only place where he's going. Because that way he could be at his house and, be there. At least that's my thought process on Kittle. I think Kittle's a career Niner otherwise, unless he goes to Nashville.
oh yeah, I think so too. But I'm just just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Because who else is really tradable? You don't really want to trade. I mean, I don't want to trade any of the young linemen. I mean, look at the beginning of the season. I mean, a couple of guys were talking that the 2 guys that are available via trade are Renardo Green and Pearsall. Now, I don't think we have enough corners who could actually play man to get rid of Renardo Green, but most of our guys are zone corners. He's the only guy that has even played man, consistently. And then Pearsall, it's just a matter if he's balling out and he's not hurt. I don't want to get rid of Ricky Pearsall because I think he's the second best receiver we have on the team right now. And he may arguably be the first if Evans, blows a hamstring in training camp and can't get his shit together. So.
And CMC is not getting traded anywhere. He's a
He's-
30-year-old running back. Nobody wants him.
The only teams that would be like, if we were sellers and there was a team whose running back went down and they needed something, maybe that, but what are you going to get for him still? And I think Kyle is so wrapped up in CMC still that he wouldn't even be able to, they would come to him like John would come to him and go, Kyle, we got an offer for CMC, and Kyle would be like, Kyle just turn around and walk out of the room. He wouldn't even respond, I don't think, anyway.
The time to trade CMC was after 2023. It's
Yes.
right now.
100%. Because you don't want that. You don't want those. I'm trying to think of like some old running back. Like you don't want the Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals.
No.
running back. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't have horrible years with the Cardinals, he wasn't Dallas Emmett Smith, but he was old.
He looked
But I'm saying,
wrong in a Cardinals uniform, man.
yeah,
That looked
you
so
don't
wrong.
you don't want Frank Gore in a Buffalo Bills jersey. You know, you don't
like
want
Edgerrin James going to the Cardinals.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it was just like, you know, those things that just look awful. I mean, who was it? Didn't LT play for the Jets with Danny Tomlinson? Didn't he go to the Jets after being on the Chargers forever? Yeah, you know, nothing.
he
You
did.
you try to forget that. You try to forget that stuff. Jerry Rice in a Seahawk jersey. Jerry Rice
Oh
in
my
a freaking
God.
in a freaking Broncos jersey.
That
You
was
know,
the worst, man.
you try to like just knock that stuff out of your mind. You know, I don't want to see George Kittle in another jersey.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I for me, George
Jerry
Kittle's the
Rice
second best tight end to ever play in the NFL.
Made me sick, man.
Yeah, you know, so Kittle's the second best tight end ever for me, and I don't want to see him in any other uniform. I just don't. It's like, no, you know, even Gronkowski in a freaking Tampa Bay uniform was dumb, even though they won, but he was still dumb looking. It was like, come on, why is Gronk wearing this?
Tom Brady got into Tampa. That's why, because he needs to throw the ball to.
Yeah, hey, I need the Incredible Hulk catching the ball, please.
Very much.
T.O. on the Bills or the Bengals.
Hey, no, you know what? I won't say that about T.O. I didn't like it, but I'll tell you, T.O. was still good. The Bengals, he was still good. He was still good on the Bills. I think he still had 1,000-yard seasons on both teams, or maybe even the Bengals, it was like 980. But it was like right there. You know, it was just like, because I think of all the old guys, T.O.'s the only guy that I think that's 50-something years old that could still come out and play probably half a season of football and actually not look ridiculous. Yeah, I think he could actually play. Problem is just he wouldn't heal when someone freaking pounds him. But I still think he could catch 40 balls for 500 yards. Which is crazy.
I think his son is playing in the Canadian League.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's good, man. I think it's good for guys that, you know, can have that opportunity, because especially in the Canadian leagues, this is just a wide open throwing league. Good for receivers.
My apologies, guys. My apologies. Sorry.
No.
Okay. Continue, Rich. Go ahead, Rich.
No, I figured Jerry's kid to be up there too, but
okay. I had daddy duties. Sorry. Okay.
All good.
I put it in the banner already. So, yes, to clarify it, the NHL draft starts next week, Friday, June 26th. And, of course, the NBA draft starts next week, 2 days, June 23rd and 24th. Pretty surprised that the Google never had days on there, what days they are. But you can kind of guess what they are, because the NBA or the NHL starts the 26th, and it's on a Friday. So, but
I'm sure a lot of it was TBA based on all the soccer stuff too. They were probably just trying to line up all the soccer stuff and then working around it.
Yeah,
because this is that dead time of year. This is that dead time of year for sports, because NBA and hockey is done. You know,
all right, guys, I gotta go.
Month for
football. Hey, man.
Good to see you, Matt.
He's not, man.
You know,
love you.
We're in that limbo period right now, you know, between training camp and all that stuff. So,
sports day for me is the day after the MLB All-Star game, when there's literally nothing on except possibly the WNBA game.
Reason why I like to keep this going, because it's content. You know, I want to flow it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want us to, you know, keep recognize ourselves. You know.
Yep.
That's the reason why I do this. I'm sorry.
I can't do WNBA. I wish I could. I can't watch it. It's just.
I can watch Caitlin Clark, but that's about it.
She's so good.
She is awesome.
Let's see here where we at. Okay. All right. I guess we'll do a little something. I thought about it. Now I know we did our draft picks, but I had a little idea to do it. Okay. If you had a chance, let's say you're a GM. Let's say you're a GM. You get rid of people you want. Because you're a GM, you got to get rid of people you want. Okay. Let's start from 2017, because that's the reign of course, John Lynch. get John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. That's when they got hired. Who would you get rid of out of that draft? I got all names right here in front of me.
2017 left?
Yes. If you're the GM and you had the right to get rid of at least one or so many people you want to get rid of, and you wanted to go
Is that the
for
Reuben
somebody
Foster draft?
Yeah.
Is that the Reuben Foster draft?
Reuben
Yeah,
Foster.
Reuben
Yeah.
Foster. Bye-bye.
Reuben Foster.
I wouldn't have drafted him.
Reuben Foster.
I was waiting for you to say Reuben Foster. I was waiting for that.
Yeah,
That was
bye.
my guy.
Solomon Thomas checked the boxes. He just didn't work out as a draft.
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah,
Reuben-
and you know,
Nick Saban warned us about Reuben Foster. He thought
Yeah.
in the wrong situation he wouldn't be able to handle it, and that was the wrong situation for him.
plus his shoulder was bad. We drafted him with a bad shoulder,
Yeah,
which was just stupid. You don't draft a guy in the first round with a bad shoulder.
no,
You just don't. You just don't. Especially a linebacker. You just don't.
yeah.
I figured we'd play around with a little past. You know,
Yeah, I
play around
thought
a
it would have
little
been.
bit.
You know,
Have
we
fun.
thought Trent Baalke was drafting. You know, for ACL guys. You know.
That was a bulky pick, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would have worked out, but it just him and his girlfriend. Oh my god! The first time
It was like when I heard Saban come out and warn that he had concerns about how he would handle life in the NFL. I knew that was a bad pick.
And Saban doesn't talk shit about any of his
Saban doesn't
players.
do that unless he has genuine concerns.
Yeah, Saban doesn't talk shit at all. He's really, pro player as far as that stuff goes. So to see him kind of call that out, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Panama.
Yeah.
Power, you're
Same
GM.
thing.
You're GM. Same thing. Okay.
Same thing. Yep.
Okay.
Especially Solomon Thomas. I was trying to think of that safety that we had picked up in
Yeah.
2017.
No, you know
I
what?
forgot his name.
Solomon
would've been-
Thomas was like Crabtree. He was overdrafted, but he was still a solid player.
Right.
That's the way I think a
Weatherspoon.
solid, like we drafted Crabtree. He wasn't a first round draft pick, but he was a solid player. He was a solid player for us. Never great, but solid.
I mean, if you watch his combine, you thought, this dude's a chance to have his number retired. Like, it
Yeah. Physical nightmare.
just didn't work out. Just sometimes it happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I know that she said safety. Panama said safety. They actually listed him as a cornerback. So Keller Weatherspoon. But
I forgot
Yeah,
his name now.
yeah, Keller Weatherspoon. Yeah, he's at.
Yeah, but Spoon's still playing for the Rams, isn't he?
Yeah, is he the guy? I just actually started watching actually yesterday the Ram
Yeah, I
game
think
against the 49ers. Is he the
Yeah,
one who
Spoon's-
ran down
Spoon's playing for the
CMC?
Rams.
He ran down CMC for that long run, right? And he started talking
maybe.
crap to him. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
that's
can't
Weatherspoon. That's Spoon. He started talking crap after he started running. He caught up to him. They're jawing back and forth. I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
Spoon was solid, not good.
Yeah. So you guys get rid of from Foster. Who'll be the second guy you get rid of that draft? If you have anybody else, you want to get rid of that draft?
I can't remember. I can't even remember the rest of the guys in that draft. I mean,
Solomon Thomas, okay, Weatherspoon, CJ Beathard, Joe
TJ
Williams.
Beathard.
Yeah.
Beathard.
Quarterback.
That was a
Totally
waste.
was.
That was a waste of a pick.
That
The
was a
Beathard
terrible
pick was a
pick.
waste of a
I
pick.
think it was his father, his grandfather. That's the
No,
reason why he
that is
got
Kyle
drafted.
Shanahan. That is Kyle Shanahan
you
thinking he
said
can
Kyle?
turn him into something.
That
That was a Kyle pick.
Yeah.
That was a Kyle
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah,
Because I
he
can't
wasn't
remember
ready for NFL
who
to me.
was the quarterback we had from the Patriots. I can't forget his name. What was his name at the start
Hoyer.
of that year?
Hoyer.
Yeah. So we had Hoyer.
Hoyer,
and
yeah.
I think
Oh.
Hoyer was supposed to be the placeholder so Beathard could be the starter. That was kind of the way that worked. And it was like
Never gonna be a
that was
starter.
just two shades
Come
of
on.
horrible. That was just two shades
The
of
first
horrible.
time you saw Beathard drop back, you're like, no.
Oh God. Especially when he had was that Mullins? Wide open juice on the left side against the Eagles. I think it was against the Eagles.
No, the only
sure
problem with
it was
Mullins is
I think
like
it was Mullins. I think it was
my
Mullins.
cat has a stronger arm than him.
Yeah, that dude had a noodle arm.
Oh,
He had a
I
worse
remember
arm
that
than
too.
Jimmy, which is
Jimmy didn't have a bad arm. Jimmy,
No.
after the ACL,
I mean,
after the
okay,
ACL
yes.
always threw off his back
Post-ACL.
foot. That was his problem. No, pre-ACL,
Post-ACL.
Jimmy's solid, man. I can't. We won a lot of games with Jimmy as our quarterback, so I struggle
But-
with guys
but
that try to
like-
tear him up.
he couldn't throw a pass beyond 10 yards, though. Anytime he threw it beyond the sticks, you had to cover your eyes.
He's a check down king, absolutely.
Yeah.
And as he threw his ball after his ACL, and he was throwing off his back foot, his balls were always too flat. He never had to arc on him. because that's where Brock is so good with layering the ball in. Pre-ACL, Jimmy threw off the front foot and the ball did arc, and he did do well with that kind of stuff.
I don't know why he kept throwing off his back foot. I never understood that.
I'll tell you why. Because Kyle doesn't have a fucking quarterback coach that knows how to freaking coach a guy how to throw the ball.
Who do we have at the quarterback coach at that time? Shane Day.
No, because I'll tell you, a real quarterback coach would not have his quarterback thrown off his back foot. He'd be like, dude, all Kyle says, as long as he gets to the right spot and releases the ball, I don't care how he gets there. And that is wrong, because all that stuff is about timing. I mean, look, I've seen the interviews where Kyle says that, so I'm not making it up. But if you tell a guy 3-step drop, step up, throw, you can get your timing right, and you're going to throw it in the right place. Jimmy, after the ACL, he would go back and then just lean off the back foot and flip the ball. And he was the check down master. But I'll tell you, this team was really good with Jimmy as the quarterback right after we traded for Christian after Trey blew up his ankle. This team was good with Jimmy.
It was. You're right. They were riling off wins.
And Jimmy was going to get the contract. I'm telling you right now.
It was.
Jimmy would have got a contract extension. It would be our quarterback right now if he didn't mess that foot up in that Dolphins game. I'll say that from here to eternity. Jimmy would be the starting quarterback on this team right now, and Brock would be his backup.
Favorite Jimmy Garoppolo game. Go ahead. Favorite moment.
Saints game. Yes.
Saints game. Kittle.
I still can't believe that. He outdueled Breeze in his house.
That's mine. That's mine.
You know, look, I don't care. People call Jimmy a system quarterback, and you know what? I don't really care, because he won a lot of friggin' games in the right system. You got to coach to a guy's strengths, and Jimmy in Kyle's offense is a good player, like it or not. The Raiders are the Raiders, so you can say what you want about that. And anytime Jimmy played for the Rams, he actually played well. He played for a good coach. McVay is a very good quarterback coach, and Jimmy played well for him. I think McVay's a better coach than Kyle. So if you're asking me, and McVay doesn't choke in the big game.
He has a ring, Kyle doesn't, so I can't dispute that.
And he didn't choke in the big game. He went and won it. Not unlike our coach, who's
Richie being this stuff, Coach.
I'm just trying to call it like it is, man.
Yeah,
I like Kyle Shanahan, and I think he's an excellent coach, but he is horrible in tight situations. Like if Kyle doesn't have a big lead in a game and it's a tough team, I'm nervous until like 30 seconds left in the game. I don't care what the lead is. If the lead isn't like 20 points going into the fourth quarter, I'm like, oh, how's Kyle going to lose this one? What's Kyle going to do now? He's going to try throwing the ball. We need to run, and Kyle's going to throw because he's playing 4D chess.
The wife's watching. It brings back memories. Atlanta Falcons versus the Patriots.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't even watch that game because Kyle is the reason they lost that game.
Oh yeah.
Kyle is the reason they lost that game.
The amount of times you had Matt Ryan dropping back was just insanity. You had two elite running backs in Freeman and Coleman, and he wouldn't hand off the ball to either of them. Like I don't understand it. I will never understand that game.
Our first Super Bowl, Kyle. I'm sorry, ended that game.
Yep.
Jimmy, they blame Jimmy for missing Sanders, right? I'm like, no. That's not what happened in that game. That game is we were up by 10. Jimmy walked off the field, and they came out again, and they should have ran the ball. Kyle, 3 and out. It was like, dude. And he passed all 3
was
times.
Running the ball well. The Debo jet sweeps. The Chiefs had no answer for. And
then when you look at JT O'Sullivan, when he did a whole thing on our Super Bowl game, he showed where Kendrick and Debo was running the same routes. He said, "What is this?"
Yeah, no, with that is just because Kendrick Bourne's a terrible football player. But I won't go there. That guy, look, he had a couple of good games for us, but think about all the penalties he had last year. He lined up in the wrong spot. He jumped off sides. He ran the wrong route all the time.
His football IQ is really bad.
My God. It was tough. And you could listen to, like, I don't know if any of you guys watch John Chapman.
Sometimes.
Chapman was tearing him to shreds. He's like, what's this guy doing? Why is this guy out here? And it was like, I was struggling. I'm watching. I'm like,
you could see where Jawan Jennings was telling Bourne. He was pointing. He he was saying over here, you know?
Yeah, because JJ freaking knew what was going on. Look, he's slow as molasses, but damn, he knew the plays. Catch the ball whenever you throw it to him.
Jimmy, I agree. Jimmy's a great quarterback. He was a great quarterback. He was good.
He was good for us. I wouldn't say he's great. I'd say he was really good for us.
Sorry, good.
He was really good for us. He ran Kyle's system, and we won a lot of football games with Jimmy Garoppolo as our quarterback. So I don't really like the Jimmy slander. It's tough because, like she said, say what you want about him, but the team won a lot. Team won a lot, and he was part of why they won a lot. It wasn't like he was just riding along, sitting in the back of the bus chilling out.
Okay. What am I trying to say now? Oh yeah, the Saints game had me on the edge of my bed the whole game because that fourth down. Oh,
bro, I was in the Superdome.
You were there?
It was crazy.
Oh my God!
Insanity, absolutely insanity. And man, us Niner fans, boy, did we celebrate on Bourbon Street and all throughout New Orleans that night. What a game that was. That was a fun weekend, man.
Oh my God!
And you know why?
Wow.
Because I think it had a lot to do with the fact that with that last game that the Alex Smith Niners played against the Saints too, where Breeze and Smith were going up and down the field. Dante knocks out Pierre Thomas. So there was, and it was still close enough where there was still like rivalry, between the two teams. They were still, both good and stuff like that. And I just, because that game, believe it or not, even though I've watched all the Super Bowl games and all that stuff, that Alex Smith Niners game against the Saints where Dante knocked Pierre Thomas, that was a great football game. That was a great football game
I've ever been to, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That was one of my. I love watching that game again. Like if I'm like flipping through YouTube, and that game comes on, I know I'm going to just sit there.
Every time I watch that game, like I instantly like put myself in the seat that I was sitting in.
You talking about Dr. Hitler hit? The hit?
Yes.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
When he knocked out Pierre Thomas.
What are you talking about? Oh my God, that's the one I'm talking about. Okay.
When Dante talks about that hit on Grit Code, oh my God, it's so hilarious. He's so hilarious. Like, I knocked that mother out.
He did. Well, you know what's funny?
Dante's great, man. He's a great watch.
The play in that game that goes, that doesn't get enough attention. It was sometime in the second half. The Saints are making their comeback, and Breeze throws a dart downfield. It's to either Jimmy Graham or Marcus Colston, and Carlos Rogers makes
blew him up.
Oh yeah, blew him up. I remember that too. Yeah,
and basically, and I think and it gave the Niners the ball back in that situation. That was an untalked about play. If that doesn't get made, that's probably at least 3 points and perhaps a touchdown. And we probably don't have the opportunity to come back down in the end. So
the Vernon Post
that game.
Yeah, the Vernon Post play on that, and then the Alex sweep, then the Alex bootleg with Joe Staley leading the way.
Oh my goodness! I remember seeing him take the ball and run. I'm like, is this guy actually going to try to go for the end zone? And he did. It was like, what?
You know what? It was so funny because for anybody who's watched the team from before Alex got drafted and then watch him go through everything that he went through with with Nolan and Singletary and Mike Martz trying to replace him with freaking Sean Hill and all that bullshit. And then to get all the way to the point where Alex won that game, I think you felt like you were just like, it was like, that was like a movie. Yeah. It was like this movie that you got to see like the worst situation all the way up to the best as far as that goes, man. It was like, as a Niner fan, that you rode through that part of the team's history. It was like, oh my God, this was so good. This was so like our 2005 first round overall #1 pick did good. Thank you, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. No, Alex Smith, I'll forever have respect for what he did, not only that game, but that entire season, man. Like, and he played well enough to win the Super Bowl that season. He did. If it weren't for that other guy who we can't say his
Yeah,
name.
I'll tell you right now, we win that Super Bowl if Smith plays that game. I will say that till
yeah. You probably think I have a feeling you're right. Yeah.
we win that game because the play style. I think the game needed Alex's play style. You needed a what do you call him?
A manager. You needed a
yeah.
manager.
You needed a game manager quarterback in that game. You didn't need the superstar trying to throw the ball.
Right for Kaepernick.
Yeah, trying to throw the ball, through guys' chests. That was probably the biggest. I mean, as great an athlete as he is.
Although, and this always sticks with me. As much as respect that I had for Harbaugh, I will still never get over the fact that the very first play in that Super Bowl was a Kaepernick pass to Vernon Davis that was flagged for an illegal formation, and I'm like, you had 2 weeks to run that play, and you have it flagged down. I was like, man.
Well, also the end zone plays where they should have freaking ran the ball to Frank Gore instead of trying to make
Crabtree, because it didn't work the first time. Let's try it 2 more times.
That was Harbaugh trying to get Kaepernick to be the Super Bowl MVP. That had nothing to do with trying to win that game. Which is that's probably the biggest knock I could have on Harbaugh through his whole run. That was the only time he ever really screwed the pooch. It was just bad. That was doo doo because Frank Gore would have scored a touchdown. We would win that game. Oh, okay. Okay. So was that enough past, Ryan? So we're talking past, present, future. We got plenty of past now.
Yeah, plenty of past. Plenty. We'll never run out because the NFL's so big. It's not funny.
Yeah, but I mean, those were the games. I mean, it's funny that 2 of my favorite games of 49ers were not Super Bowl years, and they were not Joe Montana, Steve Young, and stuff like that, which is it's just funny. Best play I ever saw Ronnie Lott made. He was playing for the Jets. So,
jeez.
So I mean, and it was funny because this guy, I think it was Clarence Verdun, he ran an out and went up like this and caught the ball. And the way the screen was like zoomed in, all you saw was Ronnie Lott coming in sideways. His feet weren't even on the ground. He comes in like this, hits Verdun, he folds over like this, and then goes down on the ground and dropped the ball. But Ronnie Lott, he looked like he was Superman coming in from the side. Well, actually, he was in the Jet uniform, so we'll say he was the Green Lantern coming in sideways. Boom, nailed the guy. It was hilarious.
Okay. Moving to 2018. Good.
What's that?
2018.
2018. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dante Pettis. Enough said.
Dante Pettis. End of list. End of list.
You steal my thunder. You did steal my thunder. Of course.
Nothing else to be said. What a
I would never say the same.
Ryan, I think your mic's off.
Yeah. Restart your mic.
Hear me now?
No. I think you're gonna unplug it in, replug it in, and replug it in. Unplug it and
switch over by me.
There we go.
Switch over by accident. Switch over. Oh, I hate when it happens. What's the last name you told me to say something? If I would have known that, I never would have said Dante Pettis because I knew damn well he was mine. I couldn't stand that draft.
Good Lord.
That draft wasn't very good overall, but
no. Well, wait, we got Warner in that draft. So that's
Warner,
yeah.
Yep. Warner.
But he was a 5th rounder.
Yep, 5th rounder. Oh God, don't even say his round 7. They don't say the which call. It just says pick 70. Pick 70. So whatever 70 is, they don't have the round on here.
That's 3rd. That would have been 3rd. I thought he was 5th. I thought he was 5th round. Maybe it was Kittle. I can't remember. He's Fred's 3rd. Yeah.
Oh my God! Hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. Okay. Where's that? Oh my gosh! Don't throw me off. Why are you doing it to me? Okay. It's messing me up now. Where was I? Oh my God. Hold on, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found it. Cool. Okay. All right. 18. Here it is. Yeah. Who'd you say it was? George Kittle. 146 pick. 146 pick for George Kittle. That's what pick he was.
Dang.
Okay.
Fifth round. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I know he's a 5th round pick. I remember that. I know that. Of course, we all picked Dante Pettis. He's out of here. Goodbye. I'll never say his name anyway. Because all I do is say all names, and we all knew who it was. And of course, probably the second guy for me, that draft is probably Mike Litchie. Mike Litchie, I'm sorry, he wasn't that good.
No, he
To
wasn't.
me, he wasn't. To me.
Yeah, he was solid until he messed up his thigh. Until he tore that muscle in his thigh, he was fine. He was a decent right tackle, but we weren't going to pay him what the Broncos did. The Broncos, look, you're a good player if you get a second contract in the NFL. So just think of it like that. He's a solid player. He was solid with the Niners, never really good.
I already know the next one's going to be. Pretty bad. I already know the next one's going to be. Anything you want to add about the Dante Pettis situation? About reason why you didn't want him on the team and all that, or no? Or
no, he wasn't good enough to warrant any words.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, Pettis and Bell is both I don't know if they're on the team anymore. They were both with the Saints last year, and that the rookie quarterback Tyler Show was just tossing that ball down the field to both of them. I'm like, where was this production at when they was with the 49ers?
I know.
They couldn't crack the field on the Niners. That's how bad the Saints are, right?
Yeah. They couldn't grind it with the Niners upfield. That's why. They rather have. I guess they rather have. Well, who was the team they went to? What team was it?
Saints.
Yeah, they're using turf. That's why they want turf. They're used to the turf.
But Tyler Show, that kid can throw that ball though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Dante Pettis was definitely for me. I know the next one for 2019. You remember who 19 is?
I'm trying to remember.
No, read it off.
Okay. I won't say his names. I'm sure it's gonna be him, but I'll say his name at the end. So Nick Bosa is the first one, of course.
Yeah, we knew
Debo Samuel, Miss Wichowski, Dre Greenlaw, Kata Smith, Justin School, and Tim Harris. There's one more. Hurd.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jalen
Hurd.
Man.
Yeah, Hurd.
Wow.
You mean Glass Joe?
Hurd the turd.
Oh God.
He was Glass Joe, man.
That's fun.
Oh.
I don't know who's worse.
That guy was damaged goods.
John Hurd or Dante Pettis. I don't know who's worse.
Hey, at least Dante Pettis got on the field in the regular season.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Kept falling out in the preseason and kept getting hurt and never played a snap in the regular season. Like
he had so much promise.
Yeah, so much promise. He could never get on the field.
Yeah.
If you guys are getting bored of this, let me know. Okay, we can stop.
It's fun.
Okay. So John Hurd was that one, and now 2020. There's only 5 guys on here to say, guys, no.
I got one.
Okay, good.
Who do you think?
In 2020?
The one a-hole that's actually giving us trouble right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. I didn't want to say the full name a-hole. I put a-hole.
There you go. Good enough. Better than saying his name.
I'll say I won't say his name. You know that's what I'm talking about. So Javon Kinlaw.
That's it.
Colton McKinnon. Colton McKivitz, Charlie Warner, and JJ. Javon Jennings. But that's not the guy who's talking about. That's why I'm not gonna say his name. He's giving us trouble right now. He is giving us trouble.
Yeah. His initials are B for BA for a-hole.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I was say a-hole.
Look, that was actually a solid draft. Believe it or not, that was probably the best draft this team had, like overall as far as top to bottom.
Only 5 guys too.
Yeah, but the problem, look, Kinlaw didn't work out. It was a problem because he was basically there's another Trent Baalke pick. He had a bad knee from the jump. He had the bad knee. They kept trying to get it right. It never got right. And the funny part about it is Kinlaw is actually a solid player now because they finally got his knee right.
Jim Baalke was still on the team.
No.
How about say? You said Trent Baalke.
He was that Trent Baalke style pick. He was on the all bad knee team. If you had an ACL or a bad knee, Trent Baalke drafted you because he thought, oh yeah, we're gonna get value here.
Oh,
Not if he doesn't heal.
This one. I try to make fun of this whole thing. So
no, but Kinlaw, I think the rest of Kinlaw's career, he'll be a solid player. He'll never be like live up to first round. Again, I think he was overdrafted. The guy's a giant. That's why he got drafted. I mean, you look at him. The guy is a giant.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
His knee,
wide arms.
Yeah, his knee was just never right. And then they finally fixed it. He played his last year with us. He was solid, and then he was a free agent and went to the Washington football team.
Well, I bet. I know. I'm not gonna say nothing about that. That's too easy to talk about that. I tell you right now, I think one content creator has actually had fun after he left the 49ers. You know what I'm talking about, too.
GC.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Because he's the one who had the argument with him.
I was watching that night when Kinlaw came on Grant's show.
Uh-huh.
I remember it. I remember it. I thought it was a joke. I thought they were messing around.
Too.
I thought it was a joke. And then Kinlaw's like, "Don't you mess with my family." And I was like, "Holy crap!" I'm like,
"Here we go."
I'm like, Grant, you're gonna go to the stadium the next day, and he's just gonna snap you in half.
Oh my God!
He's gonna snap you like a piece of spaghetti.
I thought they were both going to smile at each other and say, "Ha ha, we fooled yous."
No, well, it was so funny too because Grant was basically sitting like this, going, "Okay, Javon, and what do you think about that?" And he's like, "Oh, don't you talk about that? You take it, bro." And he was just, and his voice is so deep, and he was so guttural and mad. You know, you could just tell if they were sitting in the same room, Grant wouldn't have walked out of that room. He would have got carried out, and he'd be eating soup for about 6 months.
I was wondering what happened if Grant Cohn would actually stop the interview when that happened. I always wondered that.
Yeah, but why would you stop it? Why would you stop it? He was young in his YouTube career then, and his YouTube was going like this. Exactly. I mean, look, honestly, you know, like him or not, he is probably the number one YouTube creator covering the Niners, as far as the amount of subs, the amount of people who watch him, the amount of other people that he's actually brought into the you know, call it the sphere and have you know, started YouTube careers off of, you know, working with him. Jesse at Last Second Sports, you know, the guy, the coach, I don't even know what his real name is, you know, coach, you know, the guys that he does with the young kids he does stuff with from Canada. He used to do stuff with Jason Aponte. He used to do stuff with Stats from Stats Guerrero, you know, for what the heck
before him and Stats got into it.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Grant's the OG.
You okay, Josh?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
And for the people, and also for the people who don't like it, and Larry Krueger just told this story when Larry got let go by KMBR, Grant took him in and said, "Larry, you should start a YouTube channel. Here's how I did mine. Do yours." And he got Larry Krueger up and running. So anybody who wants to talk shit about Grant, I don't even want to hear it, because, you know, whether you like his takes or not, he has been really, really good for the you know, the guys that cover the team and trying to help guys and stuff like that.
Coach Richie B, are you a Grant Cohn fan?
I would not say I'm a Conehead, but I do enjoy Grant. I don't always agree with his takes. But you know what? I don't agree. I don't always agree with his takes, because I think a lot of them are ridiculous. But for strictly from an entertainment standpoint, he's hilarious.
Entertainment.
He's hilarious. When he does the joke with the coaches meeting and stuff like that, and when he does the, you know, I'm the GM of the team, and he goes, "Kyle, come here." Then he goes, "Kyle, you need to do this. John Lynch, come on in. You got to do this. Jed York, you got to do this." It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious.
Gotcha.
These people just take this stuff too seriously. It's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be entertainment. Don't be getting all mad. What's to get mad over? We're talking about football.
I don't know anybody. Next one at 221. I don't know anybody really that I really didn't like, but yes, that's one. So
it's the Trey Lance move that basically.
Oh, you stole my thunder again. I'll just say his name at last.
So those next three drafts, it's Trey Lance.
Pretty much.
Right.
That sucks too, man. That sucked, man. They were 3 picks for him. That was unreal.
No, it was. You know what it was? It was blatant cockiness, is what that pick was. Because they thought they were so good that they could just bring in a developmental quarterback with first 3-round draft picks, and they thought they could just throw him in, and this team would just keep moving.
And then for 1 year,
bye, Jimmy.
in college. 1 year in college.
Yeah,
experience.
and that's the sucky part for him. Is what Trey should have done. After the Niners cut him, or after he got done, we traded him to Dallas. I'm sorry. So after Dallas cut him, and before he signed with the Chargers, he should have went to Canada. He should have just went to Canada.
He went to the Chargers, right?
He should have went to Canada and played. He should have went to Canada and played football instead of just being a backup bench warmer quarterback. If he went to Canada and played for like 4 seasons, he would be good, and he needs reps. You don't get better at football by sitting on a bench. And if he would have went to Canada and played football for like 4 years, I think he'd still be young. He'd still be under 30, could come back into the NFL and probably do well on a team that had a good open passing game and let him use some of his athleticism. That I think that was the biggest disappointment with him, is I think he didn't end up being as good an athlete as I think they thought he was after drafting him. I think it wasn't enough tape. I don't think he moved well enough in the pocket, and Kyle was trying to run him. He broke his ankle running between the tackles. What?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. What are you doing, Kyle?
That was dumb.
Fucking man.
He treated him like a runner, so of course he's gonna hit like he's a runner.
Treated him like he was Lamar, and he wasn't.
No.
So he's backing up the quarterback from the Chargers. What's his name again? Herbert. I knew it was some kind of like food.
I don't know. And even with Herbert, I don't get the hype with Herbert, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. Guy hasn't won anything. Guy hasn't won. Yeah, but he hasn't won anything. Hasn't done anything.
I get it.
I'm like,
in that playoff game against the Patriots, he had no chance to do anything. So
yeah,
no,
I don't get the hype.
He needs to. Yeah, they lost they lost both their tackles during the season, including their start tackle.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
In the beginning of the season, so they were screwed from the beginning.
Yeah, I just don't get it though. I just don't get the hype with him, because I'm like,
if he doesn't do anything this year,
that was tough.
Then
tough go.
And assuming that he has a mostly fully team, then I think it's time to write him off. I think it's still too early to write him off yet.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's got our old offensive coordinator, he might actually be good. So
he'll be Aaron Banks.
McDaniel's good at getting stuff out of quarterbacks, even if you don't like what they do. I mean, look. Tua got his brain scrambled, but he did actually play well the first couple seasons out of McDaniel.
Yeah, we have the other ones. I'm going to talk about this other person, but I want to talk about that. I get rid of all the other names. I got something to say about this one guy. Aaron Banks, I know he's still around. Thank God. He's still with us. Ambry Thomas, John Moore, Demar, I can't say his name right. Demar.
Yeah, Lenore, yeah.
Demar Moore, yeah. Lenore. Here you go. Hufanga, which I wish he would have stayed, because he was really good for us. I don't know. Do you know the reason why we got rid of him or no? You remember?
Yeah, he signed a free agent. He's saying money. We didn't want to pay him. We didn't want to pay him.
Gotcha.
He was coming off an ACL, and we didn't want to pay him.
Okay, I got you. I call him E-Mitch, Elijah Mitchell, which was really good. He was really good until
he was a shooting star.
Money. Now
he was a shooting star. He was glass.
This next guy, because I'm thinking about him, because when I look at his name, I don't know what kind of player he would have been, but I know he's not on the team no more. And he's the one who got hurt on the very first play in his game when he first came in. Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon.
Oh, Trey Sermon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that game like the back of my hand, because when he went for his first run, it just broke. He just went down, and the way he went down with his ankle breaking like that, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. On the first play he played in. And now he's not anymore, because I guess we got rid of him because we went for somebody else. I forget who we went for, but they started shining up. And we haven't heard from Trey Sermon since then.
Well, you're not gonna.
It's a bad thing for Trey Sermon. It really is.
It's tough. It's tough with running backs because they're dime a dozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is just opportunity. Sometimes you just you get your spot and you luck out and you hit it. You know, that I think Elijah Mitchell was the prime example of that.
Yeah.
He was not even thought about being a starter, and the only reason he started is because Kyle had to, because there was no other bodies left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then all of a sudden this guy was just slashing. I mean, he was just slashing.
Yeah.
But then he'd come back, he'd play a game and a half, he'd get hurt again, miss 2 more games, then come back and play 2 more games.
I just want to bring that up because I know Trey Sermon. I knew his first game, his first run. It hurt the team. I know it hurt the team. He was a good person. Yeah. He was good.
I thought that running back we got from South Carolina was going to be good. What, Lattimore, was that his name? Marcus Lattimore?
Yeah,
right?
Man. And he never. that was basically, see, that's the definition of a bulky pick right there. That dude's knee was basically
shredded.
Yeah,
his foot was facing the other way. That leg was never going to be right. They drafted
him in the NFL.
Oh,
and I loved watching him in college. But I remember seeing that pick. I'm like, dude, he's not going to.
Because didn't we draft him 3rd round? I think it was 3rd round.
Yes, that was a 3rd round pick. I was like, dude, if you saw what happened to his knee, you knew he was never going to play for us. That was probably the only running back in like the last 20 years we've drafted where I had like the most hope for. You know, plus a little tiny guy out of Oregon. I forget his name. The little tiny guy, number 3. The Michael James?
Yeah. I thought he was going to be good for us too. I thought he was going to be our 3rd down back for 10 years.
Man.
You know, I thought that's what he was going to be.
I said, like, if you saw what happened to Lattimore in college, you knew he was never playing in the NFL.
Yeah, like, his foot was facing the other way.
I was like,
that's how bad he shredded that leg.
That was just a dumb pick. In the 3rd round?
That's a guy you bring in as a free agent and see if he can make it through camp.
Exactly.
And then you go, here you go.
Pick on that.
Yeah.
13.
Oh, but yeah, that was one of the picks I was the most hopeful for. I was like, man, I hope that guy heals. Then he got on. Then he finally came back like the 2nd season. He played like in a preseason game and then was done. Then his career was over. It was like, oh.
Wow. Oh shit! Did Lattimore retire?
Oh yeah.
He never even really played.
I don't think he ever played.
I don't think he ever played. That knee never got right.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
Like he shredded.
Yeah, because
he shredded that leg.
He has no stats at all.
Yeah. He shredded that leg.
I called that. And I'm like, why are you taking this guy in the 3rd round? That was a totally wasted pick.
Running backs. Height was 771, weight was 221.
Oh
his 40-yard dash was 4.65.
Freaking bulky.
But he was fat. He was fast enough, but he was a monster in college. He was a monster.
He was. If he didn't wreck his knee, he had a chance to be a star in the NFL.
Because he was 4.65, but I'll tell you, some guys are just quicker in pads. And I think that's that guy. He was quick.
Man.
Yeah, I never saw that play when he broke his leg. I never saw that play.
But once you saw it happen, you knew he was done.
Yeah. It looked okay. Did you see Tyreek Hill shred his leg?
Yes.
It was as bad as Tyreek Hill's.
Man.
But Tyreek Hill, I think, is going to play, which is crazy.
Right.
Because he must have. Because I think he only tore one thing. It looked really bad, but he really only. It wasn't, I guess overall it wasn't as bad as it looked. I think he dislocated but didn't tear everything.
When you turn your whole leg like that.
Yeah, dude, his leg was shredded. It isn't even like that dude when he's in his 50s, late 50s, that leg's going to get fused or something because it's not going to be right. Or he'll be that prime guy for a knee replacement like when he's 45.
You guys still good, right? You want to keep going or okay, keep going. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The next one, I wouldn't imagine
22.
Yeah.
Still trailing.
I didn't get that when you said it until I try and realize it. Okay. Yeah, next 3 picks. Yeah, next 3 picks. We got Gray Jackson, Tyra Price, Davis Price, Danny Gray, Spencer Burford,
Junk.
Samuel Womack, Nick Zakel, Kaylin Davis, I think Castro Fields and Brock Purdy are future.
So Brock, in that draft, the only players that were good were Brock, Kalia Davis, and Spencer Burford. The rest of it's all trash.
Yeah. I was
All
looking for
trash.
Danny Gray. I was hoping Danny Gray would have done good.
Man, I had
Yeah.
high hopes for Drake Jackson, man. I was so disappointed.
I know. But yeah, I mean, when you look at, like I said, that draft,
Jackson,
it's 3 players.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Kalia Davis would have been good too if you said it was all.
And Davis and Burford were mediocre pros.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they weren't like good. I mean, Burford last year was actually decent. He's serviceable. You know, I mean, or what was it? Was it two? It was Burford. Burford played solid last year at left guard.
Mm-hmm.
Womack had a couple good games, but
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I
but
watched a couple games with him already a couple days ago. He almost had a pick 6 against Stafford. Almost had a pick
I
6.
saw that game. Yeah, and he was one tackle away from pick 6. But other than that game, he really didn't do anything.
Yep.
Then when he got that ball, I was like, "Oh my god, Womack, you definitely had a pick 6 out of that. But you missed the ball." Oh. So we all pick out of that one. Price, Gray. Who you guys pick out of that one?
The worst.
Yeah, worst one. Yeah, worst pick out of that one. Who we take out?
Everybody but Burford, Davis, and Purdy. They're all trash. They're like equal levels of trash.
So we only have 3 guys out of that one. Wow.
I would say Drake Jackson.
It's probably the worst.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was some actual hope for him.
Yep.
And
Panama.
And what's crazy about that draft, Ty Davis Price and Danny Gray got Super Bowl ring with the Eagles.
Now you know why I can't see Eagles.
So did one of our defensive players, the guy who replaced Greenlaw in the Super Bowl.
Oren.
That dude was flying all over the field for Philly. It was like, why couldn't you do that for us?
That's what they always say. That's what they all say.
Well, because his defensive coordinator was Sorensen, right?
Oh God, I can't stand Sorensen. Oh God. Ugh. Every time. What's the? Is that his name? I can't remember his real
Sorensen
name.
was the only trash. Look.
That coach from
I
Eagles,
never
right?
had a problem with Wilkes. Wilkes was a solid coach. He was a good coach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kyle threw him under the bus after that Super Bowl, even though it was his fault. And blamed it on Wilkes. That was Kyle's fault. I'm not gonna talk shit about Wilkes, man. That dude's an NFL lifer and a good coach. He's just not a head coach.
Yeah. Kind of imagine Chip Kelly.
No. I would much rather have Steve Wilkes, 10 out of 10 be my defensive coordinator over being Chip Kelly doing anything on my team.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't let Chip Kelly give Gatorade to the players.
You have to work hard to be a worse coach in 49ers history than Tom Sula.
Well, yes, and Chip did a good job.
Oh, they should never did that. Took him off defensive line coach. They should never done that. I don't care.
No, look. That's a Jed York deal. Jed York loves the guy, and he tried to give Tom Sula a chance. That's all that was.
Sure.
And I'll tell you something. Tom Sula was a loyal coach. Tom Sula was a loyal dude to the Yorks, and that's why they gave him that. That was a thanks for being a great guy, but you're not the best coach we could have gotten at this time. We love you, but
yeah, this one. But actually, 2 of them in there. Wow. Okay. You guys go down, right? 22 done. You good? Okay. The next one, I know there's 2 in this one. There's 2 guys. Oh God. Okay. Ajay Brown, Cameron Latu, Daryl Luter, Robert Beal.
Luter.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
It's not Luter, even though I can't stand Daryl Luter.
D. Winters, Braden Willis, and Joe Graham. There's 2 more left. You know who they are. Come on, say them out loud if you want to.
No, just do it.
Jake Moody. our first kicker we ever did.
Jake Booty.
And Ronnie Bell.
Oh, Ronnie Bell. There you go. Ronnie Bell.
I think the best were
that was That was
Take
just
a step
roll
to
the
the left.
dumpster up to that whole draft.
I think Ronnie Bell is probably, to me, I don't care. He's probably the worst one.
No, it's Moody.
No,
No,
when he
because you
dropped that one catch against the Rams, I'm sorry. That pissed me off. I'm sorry. That pissed me off.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
dude.
Sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You
Sorry,
drafted a kicker in the 3rd round.
I know. I understand that. But that one catch got me. I'm sorry.
Yep. No, I get it. I totally get it. But man,
man.
and then all of a sudden, the guy learned how to, kick field goals once he went to Chicago or wherever the heck he was. Wasn't he with the Washington football team for a hot second and then with Chicago? Isn't that how it went?
But can you imagine
Or was it the other way?
If Ronnie Bell caught that ball and left it on Moody's head and Moody's foot?
If ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank you. And then he missed that. If you missed that field goal, then he would have been a bad guy, not Ronnie Bell. But I mean, that Ronnie Bell miss. Oh my God!
That was
wide open.
He
He didn't have to move. He just stood there. Oh, I dropped it. Shit. Oh my God! It drove me nuts when I saw that missed catch. It drove me nuts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring that up, but I just wanted to get on my site. But
nah, man, it's rough.
So I guess
we
would pick Moody or Bell. Moody, right? That's what we're picking. Moody.
It's definitely Moody.
They twins.
Oh, like I said, I would just roll the dumpster up to that whole draft and just slide it right in.
Luder Jr. actually did pretty good. He was actually a good.
No. Last year, whatever game it was, the guy that was the starter went out. Luder went, and they immediately threw the touchdown right on Luder the next play.
Yeah.
I can't remember the game. I can't remember the game.
Let's not forget the punt hit off
back left to the end zone. Luder gave up that touchdown. When Luder came in, I was like, no, touchdown right away.
Whoop, my bad.
I can't remember what game it was, but I remember the situation. And I remember Luder going in and they're throwing a corner route right at Luder, and they scored the touchdown on him. It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one now. Yeah, I remember that touchdown. Yeah.
So he's fresh in my mind for junk.
Remember, I'm sorry. I just want to bring something from the past. Now, the only thing I can remember from Luder, what he did good for us, is I forget what team it was, but they ran it back on a punt return. I think it was a punt return. He went around the whole thing and came back behind that one runner and got him behind. It was probably the fastest guy of get off when he was going around. I forget what game it was, guys. I'm sorry. But I just remember that him going around and going behind the player and grabbing him from behind and tackling.
Well, that's great that he's a good special teamer, but
yeah.
That can actually play defense.
That's anything I can think of about Luder. So, but I know it's a wrong take for it, but
no, it's not the wrong take. It's everybody's got their own thought process in that. I'm like if a guy can play special teams, that's great, but he needs to be good at something else in the regular other two phases of the game to be able to have the opportunity to play special teams.
The next one. Ooh. Are we good? Next one? We're good? Next one, right? Okay. There's no bad one from me because they're actually still missing.
What's this, 23? This is 23, right?
24. Yeah, Moody was 223.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
24 is a good draft.
Yeah. Ronaldo Green, Dominic Pooney, Malik Mustafa, Isaac Rendo, Jacob Cowing, Jared Kingston, Tatum Bethune, and the guy who got shot on his rookie year, Ricky Pearsall. Sorry, Pearsall. My guy, of course. Florida.
Yeah, I mean, there was really only one bad guy in that whole bundle.
Who's that?
Third guy. Why can't I think? Say him again.
John Pooney?
No, Pooney's good, man. Pooney's good. Mustafa's good. Mustafa's good. Blew his ACL. He's good, though. Green's good. Who's the other one?
Garendo?
Yeah, Garendo's trash.
Jim Cowan.
Well, no, he's not trash. He's glass. So he goes in the recycling bin. Okay. Garendo goes in the recycling bin. He's not straight trash.
Cowing. We don't even know what Cowing is.
Yeah, we don't know what Cowing is, but he's not going to make the team.
Yeah.
No, I was give more names to it. I know who
unless he wins the punt returner job, Cowing doesn't make the team.
I got you. Okay. Who do you trust for that? For the punt returns? Who would you trust? More in our pitcher now, our guys.
I would like. I think right now, I think I'd like it to be Stribling.
Okay.
If the way my brain works is like because ideally I'd love it to be Pearsall, but I can't. I think he'll get killed because I think he would have the chance to be our best returner just because he has the best feet.
Yeah,
but he's not tough enough, and I think Stribling would be the guy that I think could win that job.
Now, if he ran it back for a touchdown or got a lot of yards for his return, I'm sure he'll go and win that position. But I know we're going to try him out probably because I know preseason's coming up and less than 2 months away. So I'm looking for everything. I'm hoping we have a good returners for kickoff and punt return. So hope we do something. Hope Stribling does do his thing. So
yeah. Wide receiver is going to be a tough spot on this team unless somebody gets hurt. Because think about it. Because if you look at it this way, our starters are going to be Evans and Pearsall. Mm-hmm. Kirk's going to be off the bench. Stribling's going to be off the bench. And if we only keep 5, that means it's either Watkins, Cowing, or Demarcus Robinson. So which one's going? So we're either going to probably one of those guys is going to get traded. So let's say traded might be Demarcus Robinson, although he's on the last year of his contract for short money. So maybe they just cut him. So if they do that, then you've got to decide with Cowing and Watkins. So then it's whoever wins the punt returner job, I think, is the guy they keep out of those two, and then the other one either gets traded or cut. Or if there's no interest, he goes to the practice squad. I don't know if you guys agree, but that's where I'm at with it.
I wish they would just cut Farrell, man. I don't know. I don't see why he needs
Luke Farrell.
Well, until we know where Kittle is, that's the only reason he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that tight end? Who's that tight end we drafted this year?
Oh God, I can't remember the name. The one who caught the game against the Seahawks. Oh God, who was that?
No, this year. Sure. Didn't we draft a guy this year, or was he a free agent? I can't remember.
Are you talking about this year? Yeah, okay,
this year.
Never mind.
I think we guaranteed him money too. I think we guaranteed him like $275,000 as far as like to sign with us. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name to save my life. But
tight end.
But I think they're just trying to.
We did not draft a tight end.
Okay, so he's a UFA.
Yeah,
he's a UFA.
Undrafted free. Yeah, undrafted. Undrafted. So he's
down on the list. I think we guaranteed him $275 to come at least come to camp.
Mm.
And because we just need to hold out until Kittle's back. I mean, I'm worried that the rest of Kittle's career is going to kind of be like that, where he's going to, miss 3 or 4 games a year now, just because his body's starting to kind of, freaking show signs of breakage.
Okay. Receiver, safety, what? Oh, they don't have the full list on here. Oh, that sucks.
All right. I said I thought we had a UFA tight end. I can't remember who he's from. Maybe he's from Notre Dame or something like that.
They won't give me the friggin'
I can't remember where he's from, but but he has promise, I guess. But me, I'm happy to just like say, look, I want them to use
Dinkins.
Yes,
Caleb Dinkins. There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He might be Kittle's replacement at the when Kittle's done. When Kittle's all done, because I figure he's got maybe this year, maybe one more.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to try to play till he's 35, 36. Why? He's going to go be a pro wrestler after this. So just go do that.
That's true.
No, seriously, that's Kittle's second career. All the guys that go into broadcasting, Kittle's going to be, Kittle's going to be the new Hulkster.
So I guess we're all agreeing on Jim Cowing being the worst in 2024. Okay, we'll go with that. 25, we have. Actually, I don't have a bad one in this one. I don't think.
The one that would probably be Nick Martin because he didn't play much.
Yeah.
Maybe you could throw Jordan James in there because he didn't really play either. Those are going to be the 2 guys that are going to be the bottom of the list. Martin got knocked out. They threw him on the list. I think they tucked him there because they didn't want because he could hold up the roster spot. I don't think he had a concussion that long. Whatever. I think they said, "Hey, Nick, you still have a concussion. Just stay over there for a little while. We're still going to pay you. You're good."
What do you guys think about Junior Bergen, the wide receiver?
He's not going to make the team.
Not going to make the team. Yeah, that was
he's not going to make the team. I just did it. If we keep 5 receivers, those guys are all gone. Malik Turner, those guys are all gone. They'll be there, or they'll be just be practice squad guys. Unless we go 6 receivers and 2 tight ends. Unless we go 6 receivers, 2 tight ends, but I don't think we're doing that.
All I know is I hope we keep AC. I like AC a lot. Alfred Collins, if it wasn't for him, we would never won that game against the Rams.
Yeah.
That punch out was amazing. I love that punch out.
Yeah.
I do.
Collins, CJ West, all those guys, that's one of the deepest spots on the team. The D line is one of the deepest and best spots on the whole team. I mean, when you look at Keon White and Collins and CJ West and Osa Digizua and Michael and all these guys, I mean, my God, the depth is crazy. Because what I like is you could just keep throwing these guys in there and keep them fresh. You could say, hey, this is your series. You could rotate West and Collins in and out with Osa and somebody else and keep rotating. I mean, maybe it's Osa and Keon White that jump in and play a series, and then CJ West and Collins come in the next series, and they're just constantly rotating and staying fresh. And then you can rotate Michael in and out, whether he's playing end or if they, slide him down for pass rush downs. There's lots of ways to keep these guys fresh and keep their reps down so that, everybody's fresh. And when you get to week 10 and 12 and guys are normally tired, these guys still have plenty of gas.
Oh, I tell you right now, man, that's the reason why I love our defensive line. Defensive line is there's so many guys, and we do rotation almost every single snap. That's why the guys are ready to come on the field every time.
Yep.
Because our rotation in the middle is unbelievable. Bosa?
Yeah.
You said the same thing.
Osa and Bosa.
Osa and Bosa, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mind giving up that 3rd round pick for Osa because that was just like he's a scheme fit.
Oh.
He's a scheme fit, and he's just nasty. He's gonna be so good for us.
Oh, I'm guaranteed every time we win a game this year, I'm wearing my Bosa jersey. I don't care. So even if we get a sack or 2, maybe, hopefully. But
I just want to stop the run.
Osa, yeah, that's important. That's probably the reason why we need Mikael Williams back, because he was one of the top guys for top run.
Look, our run defense dropped to the bottom third of the league after Michael got hurt. We were number 6 in the league against the run when Michael was playing. So for all the guys who complain and bitch about, he needs to be a better pass rusher and all this type of stuff, and I'm like, dude, the kid's 21, 22 years old and one of the nastiest players we have on defense. You guys, I don't know what you're watching, but you're not watching the game.
Okay, so I guess I'll agree with Nick Martin. I just hope he don't know what's going to happen with him or not. And
really, it's just because of lack of playing time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This year's draft: Stribling, height, black. I know. I'll say all the names. Dijon Stribling, Ramono, height, Kellen Black, Grayson Hilton, Carver Willis. I cannot say them for crap. Go to the E. Pricesock.
Oh, Afisi and Pricesock.
I can't say his name. Okay. I don't know how to say the name. Sorry. Jaden Duggar and Cruz. Cruz. Yep, Cruz. Yep. So who would you take out for any if you had to?
Black.
I mean,
so me it's height. I can't stand that pick. I cannot stand that
black
pick.
and white. Damn.
That Romello height pick drives me nuts. Plus, I don't like the fact that we drafted a bunch of 25-year-olds.
That's the reason why I can't wait for
that drives me nuts. I've been in the chat, and it drives me crazy that we drafted Kalon Black's 25, Romello Height's 25, Stribling's 24. I'm like, why are we drafting? I want to draft 22-year-olds. The NIL is going to screw the NFL as far as that kind of stuff goes, as far as getting the players. Yep. Because college pays so well now, the guys don't come out.
What is the average of college for football? You stay in
it varies. Years, right? It varies by college. Okay. Yeah, it varies, but also because you can bid. You can bid for a player.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, dude, come here. We'll give you $9 million. That quarterback for what that the Cardinals drafted. What the hell's that kid's name? I can't remember.
Josh.
The Cardinals.
Got it, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, if Josh B knows or not.
The Cardinals quarterback
No.
didn't he play for Miami?
Yeah.
Cardinals quarterback played for Miami. That kid, he was,
about Carson Beck.
yeah, that guy's like 25, 26 years old,
I
still
know
in
Josh
college.
probably know.
Guy's still in college because the money's good.
Yeah.
You're like, I can stay in college and make $8 to $10 million, or I can go get my first NFL contract as a third rounder or whatever I'm going to be for $1.5 million.
No, I don't even recognize college football anymore. It's hard for me to watch it these days.
Yeah, it's because it's basically now it's the minor leagues for the NFL.
Yep.
Because they're getting paid. If you're good, you're getting paid, and the guys move all over the place now. So it's tough. I think it's really tough too. It sucks if, like, you know, your college lands this guy, and then all of a sudden he doesn't play enough, so he's like, screw you, I'm out. I'm going over here. And then all of a sudden, you know, year off. All of a sudden, this guy's, you know, in 4 years he's played for 3 colleges. He's made $30 million, and now he's getting drafted to make less money.
Yeah,
It's a mess. The system's messed up.
Yes, it is.
We can move on to the four players we want to. We're on the defensive tackles now, guys. I got the list right here. The last topic we're gonna do tonight. So we guys can enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Is this Mount Rushmore part?
Yep.
Okay.
Defensive tackle, DT, of course. Everybody knows that. Okay. Let me see here. If you guys know any more after this, I pick out, then you can put them in there. Leo Nominini, 1950, 1930, 1963. Sorry. Bryant Young, BY, of course, that's probably Matt's pick. 1994 from 2007. Dana Stubblefield from 93 to 97. Then he came back for a year, as it says on here. 2001 to 2002. Then Defoe, Tavares Buckner, 2016 to 2018. Double A, that's what I call him. Eric Armstead, 2014 to 2023. And Charlie Kruger from 1959 to 1973. If you guys know anybody else, you bring them all in. If you know anybody else's name, because that's the name they get me.
Wasn't like guys like Julian Peterson and guys like that DTs as well? He wasn't a linebacker, I don't think.
Yeah, Julian Peterson should be on there. He was not a linebacker.
Yeah. You know, Peterson was good. You know, that's the guy that like is glaring off the top for me. You know, I loved BY, loved Stubby. The other guys, look, they're before me, so any of those guys from the 60s, I'm not going to know who the heck those guys are.
Brian Young, I know. Brian Young, I know, but like the rest.
BY was great. Stubby was great.
Come on.
You know, they were solid during
I'd maybe put Buckner on there. Like, I mean, honestly, us trading him kind of messed things up for us.
Yeah.
Armstead was a late bloomer. Like, he didn't start blooming until the first Super Bowl season. So, he only had like 3 good years for us. So, I can't
solid player though, like solid.
No,
you know what I mean? Solid.
Mount Rushmore player though, I don't know.
No, he's definitely not a Mount Rushmore player. But BY, Stubby, and Defoe could have been if he stayed his whole career here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not a Mount Rushmore, no.
You know.
Yeah, it's all names they give me.
But the two guys that stand out, are Stubby and BY.
BY, yeah.
He was a great Niner. He was a great Niner. He was a long time Niner. You know what I mean? He played 13 years for us. You know, and he just that position you didn't have to worry about it because he had that shit locked down.
Charlie's. Yeah, rotation. Yeah. I'm sorry. Josh, you have 4?
I only really have Bryant Young. I don't. After that, I don't really have anything.
Okay. Panama.
Same thing.
Okay. Me. I'd say BY, Dana, Defoe, Double A. My 4. Anyone I can think of because it's defensive tackle in the middle. It's not the outside. I did my outside last week, so but they're my 4 in the middle. the only ones I really did know because I didn't know. Of course, I didn't know Leo because he was. I don't know if he's already passed away already. I don't even know if he's alive or not. But Leo, I didn't know him at all. And Kruger, did not know him at all either. So even though I was born in '78, so he actually retired about 5 years or 4 years before I was born. So, but yeah, they're my four. So I'm all good tonight, guys. You guys are good. So you guys are good to go.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
Well, if you want to stay, Rich, if you want to at the end, it's up to you. If you want to stay.
Yeah, I'll stay. I'll stay there.
Okay. Josh, Panama, thank you for your time, guys.
No problem.
Really
All right,
I'll
sweetheart.
talk to you guys later.
Good to
All
see you
right,
guys. Have a great
guys.
weekend.
Good night.
Ryan, have a
Great
good one.
weekend.
Have a good
Thank
night.
Yep. My leg's starting to fall asleep on me. I hate that. Okay. Okay, let me see here. All right. Like I always say, that was the show. Like me in front of myself. Okay. Adam, you good? You want to leave or no? Panama? I don't want to knock her out because I don't know if she wants to stay or not.
I think she checked out. She just didn't click out.
Okay. There you go. I got you, Panama. There you go. She checked out. Never mind. Okay. All right, Richie, man. Here we go. Hey guys. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Shout out to you guys, really. I know I'll have to put this thing up, but I'll do it for the hell of it. Why not? I'm just chilling. Where's my thing anyway? There it is. Shout out to you guys for watching, really. All right, we had quite a few people in here. You guys enjoyed it. I know it's a slow Friday, of course. Everybody's out with their families. Like I said, this show ain't going nowhere, really. My wife's show is not going anywhere at all because we just actually got done refurbished the whole thing. So you guys ain't going again. So we're happy with that. And we're doing more shows now during the week because we added one more show for the M&M box. And this one's going to stay where it's at because if I do the nighttime one, it'll be on my tablet or my phone. And that's going to break the breakdown. So I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I definitely will be starting it probably before preseason because the news right now is not breaking out to anything. All we got is the end of the NBA, the end of the NHL. I'm sure everybody knows all that, and I want more news to come in. That way it'd be like maybe a 5 or 10 minute kind of video I want to put out that we guys can get used to news coming out right off the bat. I know you guys have other content creators out there doing more news for you guys to know every day and every night. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing myself. So I just want to put it out there for the hell of it, So basically it's going to be called the 49ers Breakdown and basis for all sports also. So basically I'll be bringing something up in my brain. Don't worry. It always does. Anything you want to add, Rich, before I go through all this other stuff I'm going to go through? Are you good?
No, I'm just going to say like, share, and subscribe. I hope you like what we're doing. And if you do, also hype us up. Thank you very much.
Cool. Please catch our next episode of Past, Present, Future, PPF, sponsored by the Regular 24/7 next Friday. And it'll probably be the same time because I know Jake wasn't available tonight, but happy birthday to his lady. And I hope he has a great time tonight. Once he said that to me, I knew I can start it anytime I want to. But I wanted to do it before 6:30 because I wanted to get it going. I know we do about 2-hour shows, so I got by more time now just to add on to our shows. But definitely shout out to C-Man, Critical Hamas, aka GMGD, and of course, Matt Silver Swiss Raider, catching Matt Dennis 9X, Matt Dennis 22 on IG, and Matt 16 on TikTok. And of course, Jake, yours truly, Jake, Super Beast at 86. All right. Yeah, Super Beast 86. I said at 86. Oh, God, I'm tired. I can tell I'm tired now. Rich Bonso, not Richie Bonso, guys. I just put Richie on it. I like to call him Richie. But Rich Bonso, aka Coach Richie B, which I know he hates. I say what the hell of it, I don't care. Follow Tommy Huxley, Tommy Bomb on Facebook and Instagram. All right. And of course, Josh Gitt 1987. And Miss Panama was on here. You can follow Panama Queen on TikTok, or not TikTok, or TikTok probably, Facebook and X, same name. Just type in Panama Queen, like how it's spelled there, and you'll get her. Okay, she's on there. I already followed her and everything on all her social media, so she's all cool. And of course, a shout out to UK Liam. You find him at Jolly Good Takes. He's our young buck. I had to give him that name last week because I texted him up. I said, "How you like the name Young Buck?" He goes, "I love it. Thank you." I said, "No problem, man. Trying to give it to you." I try and find something for a young person because he's 19 years old, guys. He's, my God. I mean, he's I never had anybody that young on this show before. It's wow. And I said to myself, you know what? Young Bucks. I remember Young Guns. Remember the movie Young Guns? And maybe you think about Buck. Young Buck. I said, the Young Buck. Hey, cool. Here you go. Found it. So, yeah. You found Liam. Jolly Good Takes. He does have a show out called the same thing. That's a Twitter handle also. Okay? So, please smash the like, subscribe button. Turn on notifications. And ring the bell. Got any questions, concerns, please follow the course, the Red and Gold 24/7. It's at yahoo.com. So you guys know, okay? It's the email for it, okay? So go right ahead, put your whatever you want to put on there. If you hate the show, don't follow it. We want you to love the show. That's what we do it for. That's what we talk about Niners for, and all the NFL and all sports. So basically, we want you to love it. So, but if you love it, it's good. And then just a reminder, I know it'll be starting next week. NHL starts draft starts next week, Friday, June 26th. And I know we'll be doing a show during it. So we might not be getting anybody on here because everybody be watching the draft probably if they're into it. And the same goes for, I don't know when the 23rd or 24th is. So it's got to be Monday and Tuesday.
I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that.
Thursday? So we might be good
Tuesday,
with them.
Tuesday, Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday.
We don't do shows on Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday. So just me and my wife do our show at nighttime. So basically, it'll be at nighttime also. But the NBA draft starts next week, though, on June 23rd and 24th. You guys just say you guys know that. All right. So that's what we got, and that's what I'm going to end it at. So all good, Rich?
All good.
We will see you guys next Friday, okay? Take care of each other. Have a great weekend.
Stay faithful.
And hold on. And plus, I want to let you guys know that we're coming back at MM in a Box next Monday. Okay, we'll be here next Monday, me and my wife, okay? Probably around the same time as always, 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, guys? Just so you guys know that. So, keep the faith. Never lose hope, guys. We're out of here. Peace. Later.
Yeah, faithful to the gold rush. Let the whole league know that we about to run this. From the bay to the big stage, yeah, we came to claim it. Red and gold, 24/7, we